Doug Kesterson joined alongside Jay Smith-Spinoza.
Yeah, Doug, Peanut Butter Bowl, I believe this is technically our first bowl game together.
It is, and of course, live stream producer and all-around swell guy, Mr. Marcos Marroquin.
Hey, Doug, glad to be here.
Absolutely. Tonight, we would normally be bringing you guys the Cal Allen Gregory Portland game. However, due to things beyond our control, we were denied permission to do the ball game tonight. Superintendent said no, and that's Cal Allen's right to do so. So we decided to bring you fans and, of course, the sponsors of Gregory Portland Wildcat football tonight with the Peanut Butter Bowl, Alice and Carroll, which Carroll is an opponent coming up a little bit later this year. So is the Alice Coyotes.
Yeah, both these teams will be, as you mentioned, Gregory Portland opponents down the line, and this is going to be a pretty good matchup in my estimation. You got an Alice team who is much similar to this Carroll team. Both of them are comprised of young talent. Both of them have high expectations, but I'm even more focused on Carroll tonight, Doug, because there's a lot of hype on this Carroll team, and quite frankly, there's a lot of people who are picking this Carroll team to break through and reach the playoffs.
Absolutely. Of course, tonight's sponsors in the game is presented by Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge, Jeep Ram over Aransas Pass, our friends over at Moody's Quality Meats, Al Williford Chevrolet, G-Tech Communications, South Texas Bone and Joint, Del Mar College Trio Program, and Lux Realty Group. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring the broadcast this season. Of course, we've talked about the Peanut Butter Bowl, both teams trying to help people, feed people in need. The slogan for tonight, when we feed people in need, we all win. So if you'd like to donate tonight to your favorite school, go to the website, peanutbutterbowl.com. You can scroll down and find the donation form, bust out your credit card, and donate. For $2 a jar can go a long ways, and they have simple little breakdowns of it. If you want to give $10, that's 5 jars of peanut butter. You name it, it goes that way. It's pretty neat. So all different denominations and breakdowns you can have with that. So Peanut Butter Bowl, donate to your favorite school, whether you're a fan of the Alice Coyotes or the Carroll Tigers tonight.
Yes.
Either way.
Indeed. Make sure you go out there and donate.
When we feed people in need, we all win.
We all win, and there's people out there who are literally starving. So a jar of peanut butter can go a very long way in that aspect.
Absolutely.
Beautiful evening, early evening here at Cabinus. Nice contingent of Alice fans making the way over from Jim Wells County, and a nice, of course, home crowd for the Carroll Tigers.
Yeah.
The Tigers less than, 2 minutes away from their home campus, maybe a minute away from home campus, the brand new Carroll Tiger High School. So looking forward to this matchup.
Well,
should be a good non-district game.
We can see it off in the distance fairly easily.
Yeah, it's just right there. Corner of Saratoga and Castoris.
While we have an opportunity, let's go ahead and get the starting lineups going tonight. We will do the Carroll Tiger offense and defense, but we also have the Alice offense. We'll have that for you here in just a second. And let's go to the Carroll Tiger offense first, and that'll be the left tackle number 75, Joseph Villarreal, number 59, Nick Mendez. The center is number 51, Tank Garcia. That is a great nickname. Probably the best nickname we've heard so far this season. Second game, Tank is one of the best ones in there. The right guard's number 70, Roger Thomas. Right tackle, number 74, Julius Allen. The tight end tonight will be number 25, Eloy Rodriguez. Wide receivers, number 2, Cameron Salinas. 29, Ignacio Arellano. And number 14, Jay Lieja. The running back, number 11, Robert Muhammad. A nice job for the Tigers last season, and looking here in his senior year, see what this young man can put together and do, carrying the rock for the Tigers. And the quarterback, number 1, Nick Cantu. We do not have a graphic for the Alice team.
Yes, we do not, but I will go ahead and go through the Alice offense, because we do have the Alice offense.
Yes, go
ahead. Let me go ahead and run through that real quick. Up front for the Coyotes, you got left tackle, number 74, Victor Carriaga. At left guard, it's number 65, Louis Varial. At center, it's number 70, Esteban Cabrera. At right guard, you got number 52, Tyler Rosales. And at right tackle, you got number 71, Vincent Beck. The skill position players, at running back, you have Roel Gonzalez, number 6, and number 21, Ryder Salaiz. The receiving core, there's a bevy of these Coyotes out there. Number 3, Jamarian Peterson. Number 14, Alvaro Tunches. Number 13, Landon Guerra. And number 11, Colin Cespedes. Yes, there we go. That was a tough one. Number 7, Lucien Cruz is your quarterback, and he's a very good quarterback at that. 27 touchdown passes last year to 7 interceptions, just over 2,100 yards passing with a 64% completion percentage. So Lucien Cruz looking to be the big play threat, and not only with his arm, but with his legs. He had over 700 rushing yards last year at the quarterback position, 12 touchdowns rushing. So dual threat quarterback for the Coyotes.
Now let's get to the Carroll Tiger defense tonight. Defensive end is number 90, Logan Webb, and number 91, Jonathan Hall. Defensive tackles, number 52, Jose Salazar. The drop, number 32, Aiden Ben David. The strong side linebacker, number 8, Colby Solis. Number 22, Christian Wiggins. The safeties are number 33, Gage Ramos, and number 16, Deshaun Porter. Cornerbacks, number 3, Ryan Guerra, and number 19, Javon Flores. And the Tiger alma mater has been played. The cheerleaders are lining up. We're expecting the teams to start making their way out to the field.
Yeah, about 10 minutes to go till kickoff. Both teams in the pregame very, very amped, as they should be, for their opening season matchup. Heard one of the Alice coaches kind of pumping up his guys, saying, guys, we were 5A. We used to beat Carroll back in the day. He was kind of pumping them up, giving them a historical background of Alice and Carroll, and he said, this is where we belong. He said, this is going to be our home. So a lot of fiery intensity from the Alice coach talking to his guys early on in the pregame. And meanwhile, the Carroll team, they were just, they were fired up, but there wasn't a lot of talking. It was, in my opinion, a little bit more of a focused atmosphere for the Carroll Tigers.
Well, it doesn't matter what you've done in the past, but, you want to bring a little sense of the history to the game, and I understand that why they do that and bring that in there. But it's been a long time since some of these teams have played, so.
And, of course, Cal Niederland, the head coach of the Carroll Tigers, fifth-year head coach, 5-5 last year, overall career record of 19-29, the 13th coach in Carroll history. And, Doug, you are a former Carroll Tiger, or you are a Carroll Tiger. You're
yes,
a former football player for the Carroll Tigers. You were coached under who?
Butch Gillum.
There we go.
But in his last season, it was 3 seasons in a row, 4-10 for us on the Tigers. And then they made a change, brought in Jim Slaughter, and the guys, all my teammates that were still left on the team, went 10-0.
Oh, man.
First undefeated season in Carroll history.
So you missed out on that?
I did.
Man, that's tough. That's a tough one right there. It's kind of like the 1989 Cowboys. You know how they went 1-15, and then they got good all of a sudden the next couple of years?
And so we were talking about the Alice Coyotes. We were one of those teams that when the coach was saying we used to play these guys all the time, they were one of the teams we played, and they had some big, powerful guys back in those days. Alice has a notable record in their all-time record, 634 wins, 430 losses, and 35 ties. They're 51-43-1 in playoffs, 17 10-win seasons in history. Here's notable coaches: Brent Davis.
Okay.
Of Gregory Portland.
We know him.
Bruce Bush, formerly of Gregory Portland too. Justin Evans at Miller, and Spike Dykes.
Wow. The father of Sonny Dykes.
Yes.
Wow, that's incredible. I did not know Spike Dykes was a head coach of the Alice Coyotes at one point in his career.
Yes, absolutely.
What a note.
And Alice coming in, projected to win District 15 5A D2. And we are streaming, aren't we, Marcos? Okay, we are live on MIC Sports Network.
They are in a pretty tough district in the Valley. They got to play teams like Sherryland Pioneer, Sherryland High, Mission Veterans, and Roma. You look at that district on paper, and I think that projection to win 15 5A D2 is pretty spot on. This should be a team that captures a district crown and has deep playoff aspirations. Now, last year, this Alice Coyote program, they went 3 rounds deep in the playoffs, but they ended up losing to Calhoun 27-14 in that 3rd round playoff game.
And that slot T gets you every single time. Hey, great thing about Castellano as the Tigers take the field first. With an American flag and a Carroll Tiger flag.
Yep, the all-Navy look from helmet all the way down to their socks. Columbia blue outline on the pants, Columbia blue numbers outlined in white with some Columbia blue piping on the shoulders outlined in white as well, and the Carroll C planted firmly on that Navy helmet.
I miss the old days of the Tiger Paws, but I'm a little old school. And here come the Alice Coyotes under the direction of J.R. Castellano in his 6th season. 40-19 overall as a head coach. He has one losing season as a head coach. They went 4-7 in 2019. They have made the playoffs every year under the leadership of J.R. Castellano.
He's an outstanding coach. Everywhere he goes, he's a proven winner. And ever since he got to Alice, he's kind of restored that pride in Alice Coyote football. Coyotes dressed in their all-white Stormtrooper look with that burnt Alice orange on the letters and on their helmets. A chrome burnt orange on the helmet with a nice Coyote shield decal on the side.
And it's honoring Memorial Stadium.
Yes, I got a nice picture of that on our MIC Sports Network Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Here's an interesting note for you, too. Memorial Stadium is as old as Keys has been on the air.
1947?
Yes.
Wow.
77 years.
That's incredible. Incredible. And, of course, they're going to have a brand-new stadium here in about a year and a half.
It looks like the captains are getting ready to come out, and we will have the NJROTC make their way here in just a second.
I got the Alice captains.
Okay. I do not see the Tiger captains. We're getting ready to do the national anthem. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. You have the NJROTC, James.
I do, Doug. I do have the NJROTC. As they make their way to the field right now. NJROTC on the field. Right in the center, the colors being presented. What a shot. MICSportsNetwork.com, News Talk KEYS. Moments away from kickoff between Carroll and Alice.
I apologize for that, James. We had them last night. I could have
That's
sworn
okay.
that I had it, and I was sending it to you, and I was like, well, just look on the sheet.
No worries, Doug. No worries.
And we were also looking for the, making sure the scoreboard was going to work correctly during that break, so we were getting after it.
Yeah, a little behind the scenes. Whenever we're trying to communicate with each other but not say anything on air, it's reminiscent to a college football sideline where the coaches are giving, like,
Yes.
all the signals and plays. Our arms are moving everywhere. We're trying to understand each other.
And then half the time, I think you're trying to tell me to steal third.
Oh, man, it looks like that sometimes. The colors are off the field.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Tonight's officials. Out of the San Antonio chapter, you got head referee David Angleton, umpire Ned Butler, head linesman Hector Ramon, line judges Ron Baggett, side judges Andy McCamey, the field judges Hugo Bustillos, and the back judge Jeff Spence.
Captains tonight for the Carroll Tigers, number 91, Jonathan Hall. Number 22, Tristan Wiggins. Number 11, Robert Muhammad. And number 1, Nick Cantu.
The captains for the Coyotes. On the far side, number 3, it's Jamarian Peterson. Number 10, Alejandro Acevedo. Number 22, Jesse Varial. Number 38, Jaron Guerra. And number 71, Vincent Becht.
Tonight, the school board members are on the field for the coin toss. And I know it is board member Jaime Arredondo standing there at the I on the CCISD logo. And you see Don Clark, the school board member who was the coin toss last night for veterans, and Miller last night at Buck Stadium.
Mr. Clark has been busy.
Captains, of course, shaking hands. What's up? How you doing? Hey, so, all right.
Going through all the pregame rituals. Coin toss was always interesting. I got a chance to be a part of a couple of coin tosses.
You know, which is different a little bit sometimes. We've had a couple of games, and I know GP's had quite a few of those where the coin toss is done earlier in the ball game, and it's just done out there for ceremonial purposes.
And I get why they do that, just to kind of get it over with, but I enjoy watching the coin toss. There's just something ceremonial and, I don't know, the tradition of it. I prefer the actual coin being tossed on the field.
Well, they could toss it on the field. You just prefer it being done in front of everyone.
Yeah, in front of everybody, yes. I love the pomp and circumstance of the pregame. It's like Alice is going to receive.
Okay.
Coyotes will be going from west to east here at Cabanis. Left to right on your radio or streaming dial.
Well, they can see it.
But if you're listening, it's left to right.
Very true.
And if you're streaming on your phone on the Keys app, it's left to right.
Kicking off will be number 20, Luke DeLeon. He's the nephew of one of our former co-workers, and she is Coastal Living host Clarissa Cerna.
Oh, okay.
DeLeon was the kicker for the Tigers last year. Everything punting, kicking, and looks to have a solid improvement from last year to this year. Marcos and I were watching in pregame warm-ups, and Marcos about punched my arm off. He said he nailed a 50-yarder.
Easy. He was hitting from 50-plus easy.
Well, let's see if that is
with
a factor
the wind,
tonight.
With the wind, not saying into the wind, with the wind, it was 50-plus easy, but still, that's a long way for a high school.
I remember last year when we had a Carroll game, Clarissa Cerna blessed us with her presence in the booth.
Right. 87 degrees right now, 91% humidity. The winds are 10 miles an hour with 16 gusts blowing across the field from east to west. Sunset will be in 50 minutes, 7:51. DeLeon has the whistle. Here's his approach and kick, and it's high, end over the head and into the end zone and out of the back of the end zone.
Raul Gonzalez had no chance at that one with the booming leg of DeLeon. And now here comes the Alice Coyote offense led by quarterback Lucian Cruz. Over 2,100 yards passing last season, over 700 yards rushing, 24 touchdown passes to 7 interceptions, and 12 rushing touchdowns. This is a young man that can pose a lot of danger to this Carroll defense.
KEYS Corpus Christi, you're listening to Peanut Butter Bowl, presented by Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Aransas Pass. 1st and 10 for the Coyotes, left to right, trips on the right side. Shifting, and then a handoff quickly. Gets up to about the 27-yard line on the carry.
Yeah, that was Raul Gonzalez on the first handoff for the Coyotes. number 6 back there, the starting running back for Alice. Alice got some big guys on their offensive line.
Second down and 8 coming up for the Coyotes. 11:28 in the opening quarter. Cruz with a quick bubble screen. It's high, it's caught. Slips past one tackle, gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That's just a great pursuit tackle by number 8 of the Tigers, Kobe Solis.
Peterson on the reception. And it goes for no gain. Third down and 8 coming up for the Coyotes. Last night with Miller and Veterans Memorial, we saw a little bit of rust, I would say, and got to knock off the first game jitters and be able to get some plays going and get your feet underneath you. And I'm sure the nerves are going right now as well. Third down for the Coyotes. Fakes a handoff, rolls out to his left, wants to throw down the field. It does, and it's caught for a first down. Acevedo making the reception and out of bounds at the 42-yard line for the Coyotes.
20-yard reception to Acevedo, and a nice throw on the run. The little bootleg action from Lucian Cruz put that one right on the money.
And we were watching warm-ups. They were running a lot of out routes. So expect to see probably quite a bit of that tonight from the Coyotes. First and 10 from the 42 of the Coyotes. Cruz with the snap. Handoff right up the gut. A little bit of running room, but Solis makes the grab after about 4 or 5 yards down the field. And that was Gonzalez on the carry. 47-yard line, gain of 5, James.
Yeah, just a nice run right there. Alice so far up front, the big guys, the big Coyotes, getting some nice push on that Tiger front.
Carroll runs that version of a 3-4. Cruz sends his tight end in motion. Snap, handoff Gonzalez again. Up the middle, first down, and into Tiger territory and down to the 45-yard line.
Some nice speed and acceleration right there from Roel Gonzalez. He does not hesitate to hit the hole that his offensive line is opening up in front of him. Little one cut and go for Roel Gonzalez.
And he's noticeably smaller than his offensive line, so he's pretty much hidden until he hits the gap. And then it's like, oh, there he is. First and 10 Coyotes in Tiger territory. Gonzalez. Step back with a delayed handoff, trying to find some running room, getting into the outside. Got a little bit of room with a cutback. Still on his feet, down inside the 20.
It's going to be close to they're marking him exactly at the 15 from what I see. That is a 30-yard run right there for Gonzalez, and he had some great blocking. Number 10 in particular, Alejandro Acevedo, really sealed one of the key lanes for him.
Number 52, right guard, Tyler Rosales as well, and a really good block around the edge.
First and 10 Coyotes. Snap. Cruz with a pump. Dumping it off on a screen to Gonzalez. Getting to the outside and down inside the 10. On that previous play, on that long run, Coach Netherland was a little upset. And I think he was expecting to have a hold called. Gets it down to the 10-yard line on that reception, on that bubble screen.
So far, Gonzalez has been the bulk of the offense for the Coyotes.
Cruz looking over, sends his man in motion, fakes a handoff, takes it himself. Up the middle, Cruz is in for a touchdown. Coyotes strike first.
Quarterback keep, he had a couple of guys pulling in front of him. Opened up the lane, and Lucian Cruz strikes with a rushing touchdown. His first of the season. About as perfect of an opening drive you could ask for from the Alice Coyotes.
Carlo Gonzalez to try the extra point with Maddox Carrillo holding. The snap is low, and the kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 Coyotes back after this.
Hey guys. Welcome to Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Aransas Pass, where great deals meet great quality. Take advantage of up to $16,000 off on select new model Ram 1500s with no payments for 90 days. But that's not all. Enjoy 0% APR for 36 months on our new Jeep Wranglers. Your summer adventure starts here. Visit us today and let's make this summer amazing together.
We're only 20 minutes away from downtown Corpus Christi. Come by. Let's be friends.
When it comes to real estate, settling isn't in your vocabulary, and it certainly isn't in ours. Welcome to Lux Realty Group, where high standards are our foundation and exceptional service is our promise. Our team of seasoned experts is dedicated to understanding your unique desires and helping you find a home that reflects your impeccable taste. Contact Lux Realty Group today and receive a complimentary consultation. 315 5th Street in Portland, or call 361-977-2020.
Back here at Cabinets Field, Coyotes with a quick 7-0 lead. 8:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Thank you, of course, Alan Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Aransas Pass, Moody's Quality Meats, Al Williford Chevrolet, G-Tech Communications, South Texas Bone and Joint, Del Mar Trio, and Lux Realty Group, tonight's sponsors. And the Coyotes kicking off. And it's a high end over end, and it's not very deep. Fielded by the Tigers. Up the gut with a big hole. Cut back. Nice speed up to the 40-41 yard line.
It's a nice run back right there. Number 15, Braylon Swanson, the sophomore. Young man making a nice play to put his team in some good field position.
Let's see how the Tigers can respond after an 8-play drive for the Alice Coyotes starting off the ball game.
Nick Cruz is leading the offense, or Nick Cantu, my apologies, leading the offense for the Tigers.
From the 41 yard line, Carroll going right to left. High snap, Cantu pulls it down, hands off Muhammad, up the middle with a big hole. Muhammad breaking to the outside, turning on the Jets, down the sideline. Touchdown Tigers.
His name is Robert Muhammad.
And I do not think he was touched until number 27 from the Coyotes, Maddox Carrillo, possibly got a hand on his shoulder pads about the 10 or 5 yard line.
That was a 59-yard run on the first play from scrimmage for Carroll in the 2024 season. What a way to respond.
Luke DeLeon to do the extra point.
We could not have seen two opposite drives there. Slow and methodical from Alice. And then just that boom play right there from Robert Muhammad. Showing off the speed, the athleticism, the vision to make that cut in the open space.
Great blocking by the offensive line.
Yep.
Creating that hole, and then great vision from Muhammad, finding and busting it out to the outside.
What did it say? If we're even, I'm leaving.
Yes.
And he was gone.
What a way to answer back.
The head official, David Angleton, is having a talk with Coach Castellanos on the far sideline on the Alice end. I think they're arguing that he might have stepped out of bounds.
Well, if he did, the officials ruled a touchdown.
And you called it, Doug. Number 27, Maddox Carrillo, really made a good attempt at it. I don't know if he influenced Muhammad on that run at all, but...
And they're going to kick the extra point as DeLeon lines up.
Let's see if he could reach it.
Snap, and the kick is up. We're tied at 7. Back after this.
Hey sports fans, James Espinosa here from the Sunday Sports Rush. We got you covered each and every Sunday.
Hi, I'm Brian Williford, president and owner of Al Williford Chevrolet in Portland, where we've been family owned since 1984. One word that we love around here is community. We have a heart for the Coastal Bend, which is why we value people first. Whether you're in the market for a new Chevrolet or a quality pre-owned vehicle, our friendly sales professionals are eager to help. Thank you, and we invite you to join the Al Williford Chevrolet family. Al Williford Chevrolet, proudly supporting the Fighting Gregory Portland Wildcats since 1988. Go Wildcats!
Orthopedic excellence starts here. With 50-plus years of service in the Coastal Bend, 4 separate communities, 7 individual clinics, 9 different subspecialties, 1,500 patients seen each week. Don't settle for anything but the best. South Texas Bone and Joint, the go-to orthopedic office for you and your loved ones. Your care, always our priority.
Back here at Cabinets Field, Doug Kesterson, James Espinosa, Marcos Marroquin, tied at 7 between the Tigers and the Coyotes. Here at Cabinets Field, De Leon to kick off. His first one he put to the Coyotes was high end over end, just like this one is, and Gonzalez doesn't even try to put a hand on it, just watched it go into the end zone and says, we'll take it at the 25 again.
Recapping the last scoring drive for the Carroll Tigers, one play, 59 yards, Robert Muhammad takes it to the house. Extra point by De Leon is good, all square at 7 here at Cabinets in the early portion of this game.
And that took all of 15 seconds for the Tigers to respond.
And last year, Muhammad had 973 yards rushing, 6 100-yard rushing games, averaged just a shade under 100 yards per game. He's going to be one of the premier backs in this Coastal Bend region.
Cruz with 2 receivers on his right. Had 2 guys start in motion. Now he's sending another guy in motion with a quick handoff on the end around to Peterson. And a nice pickup. And then the lineman wants to try to move the pile and hit him on top.
Yeah, they're pretty close to having an illegal shift there.
Yes. And the referee is pointing that out to Cruz. Up to the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 5 on first down. 2nd down and 5 coming up for the Coyotes.
The offensive line of Alice had a very successful drive for them last time out.
8 plays. In motion, quick handoff to Gonzalez. Busts to the outside, up the middle. First down for the Coyotes.
The beanbag is out. They're saying the ball is loose. I saw a beanbag fly, but the official picks it up.
Up to the 37-yard line. 4th first down of the ball game for the Coyotes. And we're at 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Pretty efficient offense so far. Snap to Cruz, looking through a throw to his left, and it's caught and dropped right there at the 43-yard line.
That's just a nice pitch and catch right there. Tigers are sitting 3 high. You have the underneath zone wide open for those little comeback turnaround routes.
Two receivers out on the left side of the formation. 2 receivers on the right. A 2-by-2 set for the Coyotes. Cruz looking to throw, looks to his right, looks back to his left, fires it high, deep down the middle. Intercepted by the Tigers. And a nice run back at midfield. Still going. Still going. He's on his feet. Javon Flores. Touchdown Tigers.
Incredible.
Sorry, Deshaun Porter. Porter on that return.
Incredible athleticism. Lucian Cruz was going for his intended target, Colin Sesmilis, on a post route. Ball just overthrown. Tigers make a play on it. Deshaun Porter doing everything he could to keep his balance. He was being guided to the end zone by his teammate, Ryan Guerra.
What a play right there from the sophomore safety.
What a moment. You're right, Marcos. And Coach Cal Netherland, he's fired up on the sideline, and this Carroll Tiger crowd is with him.
Back-to-back days, we've seen defensive scores in the first quarter. Timeout, Carroll.
I mean, both times Carroll's touched the ball, they've scored. First on the big-time run by Muhammad, and now on that pick 6. That was returned for about, what, 70 yards?
I want to say he caught it around the 30-ish. So, yeah, roughly about 70 yards. is the estimation on our unofficial stats.
So coming up next Thursday at Buccaneer Stadium, Veterans Memorial and Carroll, we will have that game for you. And then Friday, September 6th, Laredo Alexander at Gregory Portland. That is the press box dedication to our friend, the late Vito Duran. And we'll be on the air early for that ball game. This Saturday, Colorado State at the Longhorns, airtime 1:30, 2:30 kickoff. Sunday, the NASCAR Cookout Southern 500 at Darlington starts there at 4 o'clock. De Leon and the Tigers set up now, ready to try the extra point.
This crowd's fired up, aren't they?
2 back-to-back years of 5-5 for the Tigers under Netherland. And then Coach Ron Rodriguez, high snap, the kick is up though, and it's right down the middle. 14-7, Tigers lead.
Moody's Quality Meats at 6486 Holly Road between Airline and Rodfield Road. Serving customers for over 50 years with old-fashioned service, quality, and the best selection of beef, pork, poultry, lamb, and more. Producing a variety of products, including fresh and smoked sausages, whole deboned stuffed chickens, poppers, cooked entrees, oven-ready stuffed chops, and chicken breast. Jerky and dry sausage? Moody's has that too. Quality is our name, and meat is our business. Moody's Quality Meats. Like us on Facebook for daily specials.
Need help getting your GED, applying for college, or just a career change? Contact the Trio Educational Opportunity Center at Del Mar College. It's free. Let us help you further your education with a free grant-based program that offers academic assistance, financial aid, career workshops, tutoring, mentoring, college admission testing, and so much more. Call today and see if you qualify for this free program. When life knocks you down, sometimes you just need a helping hand to get back up. Contact the Trio Educational Opportunity Center at Del Mar College today.
0500.
Back here at Cabinets Field, Tigers leading the Alice Coyotes 14-7. De Leon's kick, high, end over end, once again. Bounces up the Tiger logo and out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coyotes will take over at their 25 with 6:02 remaining here in the opening quarter.
Not even half the quarter gone, and we've had 3 touchdowns. 14-7, Carroll up on Alice. The last touchdown was courtesy of an interception pick 6 for roughly 70 yards by Deshaun Porter, the sophomore safety. Just an incredible effort to make his way towards the goal line. I thought for a couple of moments he was going to fall over with his momentum.
Yeah, I did too. Third possession for the Coyotes here in the first quarter, 2-by-2 set again. Cruz calls for the snap and delay handoff to Gonzalez. Basins to the outside. Tigers right there, stays on his feet somehow and picks up an extra yard or 2. Gets to the 28-yard line, I believe they're giving him this
Guetta
time.
and Garcia both on the initial hit, but Gonzalez bounced off them.
Looks like he was able to bounce around for a moment. I thought he was going to go down maybe after a 1-yard gain or so, and then was able to get it. 5:35 and counting on the clock here in the first quarter. Tigers leading the Coyotes 14-7. Sends a man in motion and whistle and a flag beforehand. False start on the Coyotes. First penalty of the ball game, correct? It's the first one I'm marking.
By my book, yes. First penalty all night. And going back to that interception by Deshaun Porter, it was actually 75 yards on the interception return for the young sophomore. What a way to make your mark on the varsity team on the 2024 season.
So now it'll be second down and 11 coming up for the Coyotes. In a tight formation, Cruz calls for the snap, 1 to throw, pressure's coming, flushing him out, finally flips it out. That ball goes out of bounds. They're going to call it incomplete.
Oh, man.
And that was close to a lateral.
It really was. I thought they were going to say that ball was live and in play, but barely got that pass forward and avoided disaster.
tie ball game between Cal Allen and GP at 7.
Keep tabs on some of the area scores as we go throughout this ball game.
2 receivers split out to the left with 2 receivers on the right as well. I saw the tight end lined up there for a moment, number 22, Jesse Virreal, and then I realized that Peterson is inside on the slot. Cruz looking to throw all day. Flashing around now, dumps it off out to Gonzalez. Breaks 1 tackle. Breaks another. He's got the first down. He is low, shifty, and hard to bring down.
12 yards right there on the pass reception by Gonzalez. And, you know, if you're a defensive coach on this Carroll team, you're pretty unhappy about that. You had 3 guys with an opportunity to get them down before the first down marker.
He had them pinned deep, too. 1st and 10 Coyotes from their 40. Clock stopped at 4:54. Quick handoff, and Cruz is going to keep it himself. Reverses field, has a cutback lane with a nice spin move. And he's picked up about 5, maybe 6 yards on first down. Has him at the 45. GP had done a reversed handoff on the kickoff return, which got them into the Cal Allen 15. And then Dooms had a 1-yard touchdown keep.
Okay. Some razzle-dazzle out there at Phil Danaher Field.
2nd down and 4. He did pick up 6. Snap. Cruz hands off to Gonzalez. Bouncing to the outside. Still going. And then finally brought back down, and his helmet comes off, so he has to leave the field for a play.
Yeah, wrestled down and slammed to the turf by number 3, Ryan Guetta.
And I thought for a moment he might have had his hand a little high to get the face mask. I don't know that he grabbed it. Maybe his arm hit it, which made the helmet loose.
It's going to be 3rd and about 2 yards.
And this should be easy for the Coyotes to pick up.
Based
and you're
on
right
how
here in
they've
this
done.
no man's land. You know, you're right there in the midfield, so.
They've been carrying the ball pretty well.
Yes, they have. Cruz. No, that was a direct snap. Sorry, that was not Cruz.
It was a direct snap to Ryder Salais.
Okay. It's going to bring up 4th down and 1 at the 49.
Yeah, a little bit of trickery there as they lined up in Wildcat.
And Cruz left the backfield in motion.
Wildcat or Wild Coyote?
I would call it just a coyote.
We let that one sit.
Yeah.
Y'all bailed out on me right there.
Yeah.
4th and 1. Here we go.
You explain that to the Coyote fans, okay?
Okay.
And whistles beforehand.
Timeout.
And believe Alice has called a timeout. And they did.
So Coach Castellano wants to talk things over before this 4th and 1 from their own 49-yard line right at midfield. Big play upcoming here in the early going. 3:06 in the first quarter. 14-7 Carroll up on Alice. We appreciate y'all being here with us, MICSportsNetwork.com. And a shout out to our sponsors, South Texas Bone and Joint, Del Mar Trio, Lux Realty Group, G-Tech Communications, Al Williford Chevrolet, and Moody's Quality Meats. Our title sponsor for the 11th year is, of course, Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Aransas Pass.
And they're presenting tonight's ball game as well. This is a bonus game for us. We would be covering the Cal Allen Gregory Portland game, but we were not allowed permission into the stadium. So,
But this one's been electric so far.
yes, this has been fun.
The Peanut Butter Bowl here at Cabinets, and you look across on the visiting stands right there. The Alice fans have really showed out here at Cabinets. This is one of the most passionate fan bases in all of South Texas.
And they're still making their way in to the stadium. Fourth down and 1 for the Coyotes at the 49. Cruz with the snap, hands off, has the first down as number 21, Salaiz.
Barely got there. Bobby Ochoa, the senior defensive end, almost made the stop short of the sticks, but Salaiz muscled his way across the line to gain.
He needed 1. He picks up 2.
As long as you keep the change moving.
Right, and that's what I would love to see. You know, I don't necessarily just want the 1 from a running back to get me the 1. I want 2 yards out of the 1 yard. And that was a nice job from Salaiz. Salaiz now up by Cruz. Snap, looking to throw on the run, has it. And a nice stutter step and spinning out of that. And picks up another first down is Sesmalis.
13 yards to Sesmalis. And another one of those routes on the outside, a comeback route. He's sitting there in the open zone. Carroll playing off the line of scrimmage, more of a soft shell coverage. And Alice is just taking what Carroll's giving them.
1st and 10 from the 36. Carroll leads Alice 14-7, 2:28 remaining in the opening quarter. 2 receivers out on the right side for the Coyotes with the turnaround and bootleg out. Cruz throwing on the run, and that's caught by Alejandro Acevedo. And another first down for the Coyotes and another out route.
It's there. It's been available all game long.
At the 24-yard line. This is the 9th play of the drive for the Coyotes. They had 8 plays on their scoring opportunity in the first drive of the ball game.
So far, Lucian Cruz, 7 of 9 passing, 68 yards, 1 interception.
Gonzalez back in the game. Delayed handoff to him. Reverses field. Reversing again. Got him by the jersey and has him drop for a loss back at the 29.
Jarrett Reichert, number 40, the sophomore linebacker on the play.
Actually, they're spotting the ball at the 28. A loss of 4 on first down brings up 2nd down 14.
It's a good job by Reichert to just sniff that one out and not let go of Gonzalez, because Gonzalez very, very shifty and elusive.
Clock running with 1:09 to go in the first quarter. Sends his man in motion, hands off to number 21, Ryder Salaiz, and plows ahead, picks up that lost yardage. Gets to the 21-yard line. Gain of 7. Brings up a 3rd down and a manageable 7 to go. Nice run from Salaiz.
Alice with 84 total rushing yards combined as a team.
Carroll's had 1 offensive opportunity in this ballgame tonight.
And they've only run 1 play. 1 play.
2-by-2 set for the Coyotes. Cruz with the snap, looking to his left. Pressure's coming, flushed out, dumps it off in time to Salaiz, breaks 1 tackle. Down the field, picks up the first down. I believe he's close to it. They're marking him at the 11, and that is enough for a first down.
Man, he's a special player with the ball in his hands.
And Cruz was getting ready to be blasted.
Yeah, that was number 91 who came in, Jonathan Hall. Uncontested.
And that's the end of the first quarter. And they're going to switch ends, and the Coyotes are going to go back to the other side.
And I guess my point that I was making for Ryder Salaiz is how many times have we seen already so far when he has the ball in his hands and there's a defender right there for the Carroll Tigers ready to make that tackle. How many times have we seen him make that guy miss?
I mean, at least
it's
at least a few times already. Yeah, a handful.
He's shown to be a special player with the ball in his hands. And in front of him, his offensive line are doing an amazing job. Like Doug was talking about, Carroll's only ran one play on offense. I mean, it was a 59-yard touchdown by Robert Muhammad at that, but they've done a good job controlling the clock. They've been in control that entire quarter, and yet the Carroll Tigers are still winning this game right now.
Yeah. As crazy as that sounds, with as little possession as they've had, they still have that 7-point lead. Real quickly before we start, Salais, how long was that reception, Doug? The last play.
From the 21 to 11, that's 10 yards.
10 yards, got you down.
Cody Adami with a 41-yard touchdown run. The extra point was no good. GP leading Cal Allen 13-7. First and 10 from the 11 for the Coyotes. Starting the second quarter here at Cabinets Field. Listening to us on the radio, the Coyotes are now moving right to left this quarter with the wind at their back. Big package in is number 45. It's a handoff, breaks to the outside, moles over a Tiger into the end zone for the Coyotes.
Oh my gosh, he ran over 2 Tigers.
That's a grown man touchdown.
Okay, well, there's not a 45 on the roster.
Well, number 45 just took it 11 yards, and he took 2 Carroll Tigers with him. My goodness, a bowling ball effort.
I'd be shocked if we didn't see him back in the ball game with the way that he was just ran with the ball in his hands. Very aggressive runner. Was seeking out contact, and he found it.
Carlo Gonzalez to try the extra point for the Coyotes to tie it up. The snap is a wobbler, but the kick splits the middle. Tied at 14. Back after this.
Welcome to Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Aransas Pass, where great deals meet great quality.
Take advantage of up to $16,000 off on select new model Ram 1500s with no payments for 90 days. But that's not all. Enjoy 0% APR for 36 months on our new Jeep Wranglers. Your summer adventure starts here. Visit us today and let's make this summer amazing together.
We're only 20 minutes away from downtown Corpus Christi. Come by. Let's be friends.
GTech 360 proudly celebrating 20 years in business. What a local internet provider can do for you? No data caps. 24/7 customer support. Expert installations. Locally owned and operated. We connect people and communities. Give us a call today at 361-777-1400 for your internet, VoIP, and security needs.
Back here at Cabinets Field, tie ball game at 14. And kicking off is Frank Urrutia. That's a high end over end kick. This time bounces in the end zone and Swanson lets it go, and it's a touchback for the Tigers. 11:52 remaining before halftime. Carroll with their second offensive possession, looking to run their second play of the ball game.
It's an incredible note. Robert Muhammad with a touchdown for the Tigers, 59 yards on the first play from scrimmage of the 2024 season for Carroll. Of course, they would like another quick strike like that, but I would like to see the Tigers get something going here.
Tigers,
I want to see this offense actually get rolling.
It's great if you can hit another home run play and get another score, but your defense has been out on the field a lot. They need a little bit of rest.
Need a sustained drive.
Cruz with the snap, looking to throw for the first time tonight. Firing the ball down the middle. It's intercepted by the Coyotes. Roel Alviar at midfield.
Another one-play possession, but this time it's disaster for Carroll.
And just amazing coverage right there as he stayed in the wide receiver's hip pocket the entire time down the field. And whenever you play that good of coverage, that ball has to be thrown perfectly. It was ever so slightly underthrown. And he made a play on the ball.
And that sun might be in that area where it might be hard looking back to track that ball. With a few minutes away before sunset.
And you talked about it, Doug, that Carroll defense needs a little bit of a rest, and they're not getting it.
And they're back out there again. Cruz and the Coyote offense. Two receivers split out on the right side of the formation. And a quick handoff to Gonzalez. Getting to the outside. And Gonzalez, they're making contact with him. He's still running down the field. By the time they're ready to wrap up on him, he's picked up another 3 or 4 yards.
That's just a lot of lower body strength right there, churning those legs and not stopping.
Picks up 4 yards on first down, brings up second down, 6, 11:20 remaining before halftime. We're tied at 14 between Carroll and Alice in the Peanut Butter Bowl.
Gonzalez, 9 carries, 57 yards.
Quick motion, right to left, now motion again. Hands off. That's Peterson trying to find his way up the field. And he does. Picks up a first down for the Coyotes. Inside the 40, down to the 37.
Timeout called by the Carroll Tigers. And I think they need it. This is a Tiger defense that has been on the field the majority of this ball game.
And as you see right now on the MIC Sports Network, a lot of hands on the hips.
The Alice Coyotes have done a good job of getting the ball to a lot of their skill guys. 5 different Coyotes have carried the ball tonight. And so far, on the receiving end, 6 different Coyotes have touched the ball. So 11 different guys have all had their hand on the rock at one point for this Alice offense, kind of showing a little bit of the depth that they have at the skill positions. (14-14) ball game, 10:51 left here in the first half. Alice is driving on the Carroll 37 with a 1st and 10 upcoming. The Tiger defense has been on the field for all but 2 plays.
1st and 10 Coyotes. From the 37-yard line of the Tigers. 10:51 to go before halftime. Cruz with the snap, looking to throw, wanting to set up a little screen, and he has. Gonzalez again. Nice tackle right at the 40-yard line.
It's a great tackle. Just came in like a heat-seeking missile. I want to say that's number 18 out there who made the tackle, Paul Garcia, the linebacker. And now he's jogging off the field gingerly.
That's a loss on the play, brings up second down and 13 for the Coyotes. 2 receivers split, the left, 1 out on the right side of the formation. Cruz now takes the snap, looks to his left, fires quickly. This time it's caught again. He's done that twice with a nice reverse in field, cutting around, and the defender goes flying by him, and it's a first down inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line, 27-yard line.
Underneath route open once again.
Sesmilis again, he's done that twice where he was able to catch that, do what a curl after he catches it, kind of reverse field.
And they're just taking what's underneath, Doug. The Tigers are not playing any kind of press coverage. They're playing what looks to be a cover 3 with a single high safety. Sometimes they're playing a cover 4. They're given a lot of room underneath.
Quick handoff in there to number 45 again. He's busting up the middle, and he's got another first down at the 15-yard line. Mark him at the 14.
13 yards for the big man.
.920 and counting before halftime. Coach Marcello walking down the sideline, or walking down on the steps.
It's good to see Coach out here. The old ball coach.
Cruz under center. With the snap. This time hands off again, 45. Over the lineman, hopping, still on his feet. Hard to bring down. With another cut inside, down inside the 10, marking him at the 6.
It's 12 yards right there so far. This young man has had runs of 11, 13, and 12 yards. 3 carries for 36 yards.
They had a running back in my day named Sam White. They would run that way. Stocky. Great speed and a lot of power. Cruz under center, hands off again, trying the left side. Nobody there. It's going to walk in for an easy Coyote touchdown.
Coyotes capture the lead behind a ferocious running attack. And credit to that Coyote offensive line. Those big boys up front are certainly doing the job, putting hat on hat and opening up those running lanes.
And of course, Carlo Gonzalez to try the extra point, extend the Coyote lead. 8:20 remaining. Kick is up, it's good. It's 21-14 back after this.
Welcome to Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Aranda's Pass, where great deals meet great quality.
Take advantage of up to $16,000 off on select new model Ram 1500s with no payments for 90 days. But that's not all. Enjoy 0% APR for 36 months on our new Jeep Wranglers. Your summer adventure starts here. Visit us today and let's make this summer amazing together.
We're only 20 minutes away from downtown Corpus Christi. Come by, let's be friends.
When it comes to real estate, settling isn't in your vocabulary, and it certainly isn't in ours. Welcome to Lux Realty Group, where high standards are our foundation and exceptional service is our promise. Our team of seasoned experts is dedicated to understanding your unique desires and helping you find a home that reflects your impeccable taste. Contact Lux Realty Group today and receive a complimentary consultation. 315 5th Street in Portland, or call 361-977-2020.
Back here at Cabinets Field, Doug Kesterson, James Espinosa, and Marcos Marroquin trying to find out number 45's name. I was saying to you, Javier Guzman, who's listening, he's the South Texas High School baseball that runs that. I know he's a Coyote fan. And Pete Vasquez with the Alice Echo Journal does not have him either. And that kickoff way out at the back of the end zone for another touchback.
Yeah, the wind is just blowing out to the west. I noticed in the pregame that when kickers were kicking it towards the east, especially in the punts that I was watching from the Carroll side of things, they were only getting like 15 or 20 yards max on a punt. The wind is blowing strong east to west.
And as Carroll takes the field, what is this going to be, their third play from scrimmage?
Their
on
third,
offense?
yes, third offensive play from scrimmage with 8:20 here in the second quarter.
I'm getting that he must be new, must have been brought up.
Well, that's a great last-minute addition.
Yes, it
Cruz
is.
hands off to Muhammad, and he's dropped in the backfield as the Coyotes bust through the Tiger offensive line.
Just smothered back there, number 75, Ramiro Cantu.
It's a loss of 2 back to the 23.
And number 73, Nicholas Del Bosque. The big guys up front, 8 right there.
Second down for the Tigers. 1 to throw. He's got Swanson. Got a little bit of room and picks up some of that yardage. Gets up to about the 28-yard line.
Officially the longest drive of the night for the Tigers.
Well, the longest drive would have been the 59-yard. One play equals the drive.
Time-wise?
No, they ran 2 plays, the longest drive of the night.
Yes. Most plays in a drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Trips on the left for the Tigers. Cruz fumbles the snap, throws the ball out quickly, and it's caught.
Oh, they're saying it's incomplete. It hit the turf.
And it brings up 4th down for the Tigers, deep in their own end.
And they're bringing out the punt unit.
Yeah, De Leon's coming in to punt.
And
into the wind.
He's got himself a good leg, hoping to get them some good field position here.
This is where kicking towards the east side was tricky for the Carroll Tigers in the pregame.
Well, I just now had a blast from the past, okay? We've already mentioned that I'm Tiger alum, and I see my high school quarterback sitting down in the stands. And his last name's Mendez, and I'm going to go ahead and assume that number 59, Nick Mendez, is my quarterback's son.
Nice. Second timeout called for the Tigers.
Third timeout.
Ah, third. There we go.
No. My apologies. No, it is the third. Yes, it is the third. I'm right. Third.
Third
7:09.
timeout. So is that like T.O. said, that's my quarterback?
That's my quarterback. Yeah, he could throw.
Did you ever pick him off, Doug? In practice?
Yeah.
Yeah, plenty of times.
Oh,
You think
yeah.
he'll forgive you?
He said that
Yeah.
convincing.
Oh, yeah, I did. He could throw so hard, and we're talking about my quarterback was Crispin Mendez. And he could throw so hard that the ball coming at you would whistle. So the laces, you can hear it coming. You can hear it getting closer to you.
That's sweet.
Yes.
Didn't bother good old Doug Kesterson.
Nope. That was a nice sound effect.
But that's how it sounded
that
coming
is.
to you. You would hear it whistle. It's one of those things that's kind of, not everybody's going to be able to hear it. You can only hear it on you. DeLeon back to punt for the Tigers. There's a snap. And his punt is wow, into the wind. Back and fielded back by Peterson. Cutting back through field and upended. Loses the ball, but he was down by contact at the 44-yard line.
.6:58 to go till halftime. The Tiger defense about to hit the field once again. Alice, so far in the second quarter, has scored 2 touchdowns, 14 points for the Coyotes here in the second quarter, both by the unnamed number 45 of Alice.
14-13, Cal Allen leading GP. Dennis with a 1-yard touchdown run.
They still have 2 timeouts to work with here.
And Lucian Cruz with a nice pitch out to Salaiz. Cuts up the field. Inside Tiger territory, near first down yardage, and I think they might move the chains on this one. He's 1 yard short. They're going to put him at the 47. That ball was...
It's just about a yard short.
Just making sure the chain was right for a moment. It looked weird. And now, I believe they're going to get too many people moving.
Yeah. Big number 74 tried to take his spot on the line, Victor Carriaga, and that forced everybody to move down a spot. You can't do that.
Second penalty of the game.
A rather clean game in
For the first game
that
of the
regard,
year,
yeah.
For the first game of the year, it's absolutely fantastic.
You know, typically you see a penalty fest. And we've been involved in some penalty fests, Doug.
This is a San Antonio crew. Cruz with a handoff to Salaiz again. Up the middle. Tried it again. A long way to run. Well, it looks like he does not have enough for the first down. He's still going to be 1 yard shy, and that's officially no gain.
Rosales and Beck on the right side of that line doing a great job opening things up for this Alice running attack.
It's a gain of 5. Just gets back to pre-penalty.
True. Cruz hands off Salaiz. Met behind and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Ball's out. Tigers say they have it. What are they going to call? They're going to say Alice's ball.
Alice retains possession. That was a big hit by Caden Garcia, who flew in from the linebacking.
It would have been a loss, but the fumble pops out, James. They get a first down out of that.
Man.
Recovered by number 22, Jesse Villarreal.
1st and 10 at the Tiger 45. Coyotes leading 21-14. Quick snap. Cruz rolling out to his left, throws out again. This time he breaks out of it again. Cespedes hit hard and dropped inside the 30.
How many times have we seen that?
That's 3 times he's pulled that B move, hitting the spin button move right there on that B button, correct? Down at the 28-yard line.
Third reception for Cespedes tonight.
Okay, Damian Alvear, according to Ray Castillo, is who the number 45 is. Quick throw out, hit as he throws, and they're going to throw a flag. They're going to call roughing the passer. It's probably going to say they hit him high. And there's a flag here in the middle of the line of scrimmage as well.
It's number 90, Logan Webb, who put the hit on Lucian Cruz. I'm not so sure about that.
I mean, he hit him hard. I don't think he got him high.
I mean,
And
Webb is a tall guy. Naturally, it's going to look like he hit him high. Officials are talking this one over.
And Cody Adami with a 5-yard touchdown run. GP leads Cal Allen 20-14.
And that's what I think they're talking about, because, I mean, he hit him hard, but let's see if what the ruling is going to be.
Roughing the passer against the Tigers.
Wow.
That's a tough call. 15-yard penalty.
Puts it inside the 20, down inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
And you understand why they call it. You know, you got to protect these guys on the field. But that is quite an unfortunate break there for the Carroll Tigers.
And I'm surprised they haven't brought Alvear in. Cruz under center. Takes a snap, pitches out to Gonzalez. Cut back now. Inside the 10. Right on the 10-yard line where they're marking him. A gain of 4 for Gonzalez. Second down coming up for the Coyotes. They lead 21-14. 4 minutes to go before halftime. Single receiver split on each side. Sesimilis here on the left. Fakes it. Cruz keeps right up the middle. Cruz inside the 5.
Gonna mark him at about the 3, maybe near the 2.
I think they're giving them the 2, and it'll be first and goal from the 2. And here's Alvear.
Going for his 3rd touchdown of the first half. Number 45, Alvear. The big man. Let's see if they give it to him, Doug.
Oh, wow. He's in the ball game. I know exactly what they're doing. There's the handoff. Alvear up the middle, spin move, fighting towards the goal line. He's in. His 3rd touchdown of the game.
Let the big man rumble. 5 carries, 3 touchdowns, 44 yards for Alvear.
Well, right now, leading candidate for player of the game.
I would say so. A Jerome Bettis, Mike Allstott-like performance.
And I love how he seeks out the contact.
Yeah, he's not afraid, man. We were talking about, he looks like a linebacker carrying the ball.
And the extra point is up, and it is good. 28-14, 3:11 to go before halftime. Back after this.
Hi, I'm Brian Williford, president and owner of Al Williford Chevrolet in Portland, where we've been family owned since 1984. One word that we love around here is community. We have a heart for the Coastal Bend, which is why we value people first. Whether you're in the market for a new Chevrolet or a quality pre-owned vehicle, our friendly sales professionals are eager to help. Thank you, and we invite you to join the Al Williford Chevrolet family. Al Williford Chevrolet, proudly supporting the Fighting Gregory Portland Wildcats since 1988. Go Wildcats!
Orthopedic excellence starts here. With 50-plus years of service in the Coastal Bend, 4 separate communities, 7 individual clinics, 9 different subspecialties, 1,500 patients seen each week. Don't settle for anything but the best. South Texas Bone and Joint, the go-to orthopedic office for you and your loved ones. Your care, always our priority.
back here at Cabinets Field. The Coyote kickoff out of bounds. Coyote kickoff, sorry. Out of bounds for another touchback. Carroll will have it with 3:11 to go before halftime, trailing by 14 now.
On the ground, the Coyotes have just had their way with this Carroll Tiger defense. 161 rushing yards total for this Coyote team. Alvear with 3 touchdowns on 44 yards. Roel Gonzalez, 61 yards on 10 carries.
First and 10, Tigers. And that is a discombobulated play. Zigging and a zagging. Second penalty by the Tigers. Each team's been penalized twice. 10 total yards against the Coyotes. Both of those false starts for the Coyotes. The Tigers have a roughing and a false start, so they have doubled up the Coyotes' penalty yardage, 20 to 10. Try it again. This time hands off Muhammad. Up the middle, trying to fight through the line. Gets a little bit up the field. Maybe a gain up to the, they're giving him a 23-yard line, sorry. Gain of 3. Second down and 12 coming up.
Carroll with no timeouts here. Clock is ticking, 2:40 to go till half. They got to get something on offense to keep pace with this Alice team.
Alice shifting and whistles beforehand, and they're going to get the Tigers on a false start. And that was a bad snap over Cruz's head.
And that's the funny thing. The Coyotes on defense, they've barely played defense tonight. This Coyote defense. The Carroll Tiger offense, Doug, they've had less than 10 plays run total. I want to say they're at 5 or 6 maybe total plays run. They haven't had a chance to work out some of the rust and some of the kinks.
This will be play number 9. Snap. Cruz pulling out, rolling, throwing down the field. Overthrows his receiver by just a hair.
I saw what he was trying to do right there, trying to hit.
We got a timeout on the field for an injured Coyote.
Number 25, Eloy Rodriguez, but he did have Braylon Swanson streaking down the sideline. Swanson threw his hand up saying, I'm open, I'm a couple of steps open. But Cantu could not locate his man as he was under duress.
Stops the clock with 2:13 remaining. And let's go ahead and say thank you to Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Aransas Pass, tonight's presenting sponsor, Moody's Quality Meats, Al Williford Chevrolet, G-Tech Communications, South Texas Bone and Joint, Delmar Trio, and Lux Realty Group. Coming up next Thursday from Buccaneer Stadium, we'll have Veterans Memorial and the Carroll Tigers kickoff set for 7 o'clock. Friday, September 6th, Laredo Alexander at GP, and the press box dedication to our late great friend, Mr. Vito Duran. This Saturday, though, coming up tomorrow afternoon, Colorado State and the Texas Longhorns. Kickoff is at 2:30 as we resume play. Cruz with a handoff, fakes a handoff, screen inside with a nice move. Nice head of steam, picks up some of that penalty yardage back. It's going to be a long 4th down coming up for the Tigers. Timeout, Coyotes.
Eloy Rodriguez on the reception, and 4th and about 8 coming up, 2:02 left. Alice called a timeout. They're going to get the ball back. Opportunity to go up 3 scores.
I mean, Carroll has an opportunity. They can pick this up. They could if they go for it on 4th down. It's rather risky.
Man, I mean, backed up like this in your own territory. Offense hasn't been able to move the ball all night. I might have to play field position game right here and kick it away and hope your defense can get a stop before the half. Otherwise, you're rolling the dice, and you might lose big if you don't pick up this 4th down.
So 4th down and 8, and DeLeon is indeed back to punt for the Tigers. Coyotes have 1 timeout left. Carroll, as you mentioned, out of timeouts. High snap, DeLeon pulls it down and gets another sidewinder. This one's take a little bit of a Tiger roll. And down at the Coyote 41.
$1:52 left till halftime, 28-14. Alice up on Carroll. MIC Sports Network News Talk KEYS. James Espinosa, Doug Kesterson, and Marcos Matakin with you. Alice has 1 timeout left. This is an opportunity for Coach Castellanos and company to take a resounding lead into the half. Lucian Cruz, 10 of 12 on the night, 101 passing yards. I would like to see them try to go downfield again. They tried it one time, it was intercepted, and they haven't really gone to it, but Carroll is playing some really deep coverage.
And a flag, false start on the Coyotes. Each team now with 3 penalties each. All 3 penalties on the Coyotes have been false starts. The Tigers have 2, and of course a roughing penalty. So now 1st down and 15 for the Coyotes with 1:51 to go before halftime, and a tight bunch formation. Cruz sends his tight end in motion. Wanting to throw. Cocks it back, throws back now this time, and it's caught right at midfield.
That was just a nice, beautiful pass on the dig route on the inside. It's going to be marked at the 50.
It was Landon Guerra on the reception. A sophomore. 2nd down and 1 coming up for the Coyotes. Clock running with 1:27 to go. Cruz again, wanting to throw. Reversing field. Flag comes flying in. That's a hold. And he's down. Gonzalez on that catch tried to break away. Looks like his left knee was able to hit down on the ground. The referee coming up. Looking at Coach Netherland. Holding.
I kind of questioned for a little bit if they were going to accept it or not, given the loss on the play. But they do.
Moves it back to the 40, brings up 2nd down and 11. It stopped the clock for a moment at 1:13. And there it's started. Cruz rolling out to his right, throwing on the run again. And no matter how pinned back they may be, no matter how many times they've had a penalty, give them negative yardage, they just seem to go right down the field with an out route and pick it up.
Just a beautiful strike on the run. And that was Guetta, number 13, again on the catch.
Picks up at the Tiger 45-yard line. Stop the clock with 1:03. Now it's running. 1 minute to go before halftime. Flag flying in. Going to dump it off to Gonzalez. Pops it up in the air and incomplete. Head linesman threw that over here on this sideline.
Play's getting really sloppy in the last couple of minutes.
Well, this is what we had to say it, though. This is what we expected in the
Yeah.
ballgame.
What we expected, both teams, first game of the season. Referees having a conference right on the 50.
False start on the Coyotes. Moves the ball back to midfield. 2nd down and 15. With 55 seconds to go before halftime. Cespedes coming in motion. Fakes the handoff. Cruz keeps up. They've done that every single play. Picks up that 5 yards and is dropped back down at the 45-yard line.
Clock is ticking, 45 seconds and counting. Alice does have 1 timeout remaining.
Should this not be second down?
Yes. Pump fake with Cruz, throwing deep down the field. Knocked away, and the flag comes flying in.
There was a battle out there between Jamarian Peterson and Deshaun Porter. Looked like both guys in my vantage point had their hands on each other, jostling for position.
It'll give the Coyotes a first down, but not down at the 5-yard line where the flag was dropped. Pass interference on the Tigers.
So
And puts
Porter
it at the 30-yard line with a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, Porter's going to get the call on him. Porter, of course, with the 75-yard interception return for a touchdown earlier in the game for Carroll.
Gives the Coyotes a first down at the 30-yard line with 23 seconds to go and a single timeout in their pocket. First and 10, Cruz. Calls for the snap, looking to throw. Gonna go deep down the field again. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Peterson. And he looks like he had his foot on the back of the end zone line.
They went back to him again, tried to go deep, tried to test Deshaun Porter, the sophomore safety for this Tiger team. Alice opening it up here in the final moments of the first half.
You have 15 seconds left. You're going to try another shot. I mean, I would take the shots if I were you. Why not?
You're up by 2 touchdowns. You're trying to get that 3-score advantage heading into half. Got to be aggressive right here. You also have a timeout in your back pocket.
Cruz rolling out to his right now. Stopping, reversing field. Taking off on the run, trying to get to the sideline. Stop, flag comes flying in. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line. That flag dropped at the 25. And that's not good for the Coyotes. There's 3 seconds left.
I'm going to be quite honest with you. I'm not sure what I saw.
I saw what he called, but
I mean,
illegal block?
He called, yeah, I think he got some sort of hold. But I disagree with it. I mean,
and that's what I meant. I'm not sure what I saw in terms of a penalty. I thought, to me, that looked like a clean play.
Because he got number 74 over here, who was out in open space. Maybe it was an ineligible receiver downfield.
He didn't throw.
That is true.
There you go. Maybe that's what they're talking about. I'm not sure, but that I didn't see any sort of hold or block in the back. So we're just going to have to see what they call.
Holding on the Coyotes.
I guess it was a hold.
That's going to hurt Alice. 3 seconds to go before the half. They're going to be in a Hail Mary type of situation here.
Surprised not a 10-second runoff. And Alice has called their last and final timeout of the first half.
So 3 seconds left to go. Alice will have the ball at about the Carroll 35-yard line. One play for a shot at the end zone. If you're Carroll, you're going to drop about 6 guys back, maybe 7, and defend the goal line. And don't let any Coyote in a white uniform get his hands on the ball. You bat that ball down. Going to play some prevent defense.
Carroll already has a pick 6 on the day off of one of the few deep passes that Alice has gone.
And it was a beautiful pick 6 by Deshaun Porter at that.
And they've been testing him this drive.
They have. They've gone at him twice.
Well covered both times.
And they've been targeting number 3, Jamarian Peterson. And as expected, Carroll's going to drop about 4 guys back. 25 yards off of the line of scrimmage, and they're going to play a prevent coverage and try to prevent this Hail Mary touchdown.
Trips on the right side as Cruz takes a snap. Hail Mary deep down the field. It's floating in the air. Caught for a touchdown. My goodness. Off the deflection.
That is not what you wanted. Disaster for Carroll to end the half.
What did you say? You got to bat it down.
You got to bat the ball down, and look at this. It's batted up, and it is caught. And the Coyotes.
Who was that on the reception?
24.
Elijah Herrera.
A shocking end to this first half.
Gonzalez to try the extra point. It is up and good. 35-14. Alice takes a commanding lead into the halftime mark. We are going to step aside for a quick timeout. We'll take a 3.5-minute break. We'll be back. We'll give you some halftime stats and some great information. And we'll have a halftime guest, Pete Vasquez from the Alice Echo Journal, going to join us. Stay with us. More coming up from Cabinets Field. 35-14. Alice on top of the Tigers on News Talk KEYS 1440 AM and 98.7 FM and on MIC Sports Network.
Welcome to Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Aransas Pass, where great deals meet great quality.
Take advantage of up to $16,000 off on select new model Ram 1500s with no payments for 90 days. But that's not all. Enjoy 0% APR for 36 months on our new Jeep Wranglers. Your summer adventure starts here. Visit us today and let's make this summer amazing together.
We're only 20 minutes away from downtown Corpus Christi. Come by. Let's be friends.
When it comes to real estate, settling isn't in your vocabulary, and it certainly isn't in ours. Welcome to Lux Realty Group, where high standards are our foundation and exceptional service is our promise. Our team of seasoned experts is dedicated to understanding your unique desires and helping you find a home that reflects your impeccable taste. Contact Lux Realty Group today and receive a complimentary consultation, 315 5th Street in Portland, or call 361-977-2020.
Hi, I'm Brian Williford, president and owner of Al Williford Chevrolet in Portland, where we've been family owned since 1984. One word that we love around here is community. We have a heart for the coastal bend, which is why we value people first. Whether you're in the market for a new Chevrolet or a quality pre-owned vehicle, our friendly sales professionals are eager to help. Thank you, and we invite you to join the Al Williford Chevrolet family. Al Williford Chevrolet, proudly supporting the Fighting Gregory Portland Wildcats since 1988. Go Wildcats!
Orthopedic excellence starts here. With 50-plus years of service in the coastal bend, 4 separate communities, 7 individual clinics, 9 different subspecialties, 1,500 patients seen each week. Don't settle for anything but the best. South Texas Bone and Joint, the go-to orthopedic office for you and your loved ones. Your care, always our priority.
Moody's Quality Meats at 6486 Holly Road between Airline and Rodfield Road. Serving customers for over 50 years with old-fashioned service, quality, and the best selection of beef, pork, poultry, lamb, and more. Producing a variety of products, including fresh and smoked sausages, whole deboned stuffed chickens, poppers, cooked entrees, oven-ready stuffed chops, and chicken breast. Jerky and dry sausage? Moody's has that too. Quality is our name, and meat is our business. Moody's Quality Meats. Like us on Facebook for daily specials.
Need help getting your GED, applying for college, or just a career change? Contact the Trio Educational Opportunity Center at Del Mar College. It's free. Let us help you further your education with a free grant-based program that offers academic assistance, financial aid, career workshops, tutoring, mentoring, college admission testing, and so much more. Call today and see if you qualify for this free program. When life knocks you down, sometimes you just need a helping hand to get back up. Contact the Trio Educational Opportunity Center at Del Mar College today.
GTech 360 proudly celebrating 20 years in business. What a local internet provider can do for you? No data caps. 24/7 customer support. Expert installations. locally owned and operated. We connect people and communities. Give us a call today at 361-777-1400 for your internet, VoIP, and security needs.
Here at Cabinets Field, Doug Hesterson, James Espinosa, and Marcos Marroquin joining you. And we will have, what do you want to do real quick?
Hey, man, we can just do a quick recap of the first half, couple minutes. If that's okay with you. I know we have a guest waiting.
Yes,
so
we do.
Let's get to our guest. Let's not let him wait any longer.
Okay, we're going to switch headsets and do that. And we're going to bust up.
We will be very courteous here and have our
of
special
course.
guest on.
Absolutely. And we're joined by Pete Vasquez, longtime voice of Alice Coyote Radio, longtime voice now with the Alice Echo Journal in the new role, correct?
Great to be here, guys. Thank you so much. Correct. Alice Echo News Journal, different animal, radio, newspaper, but it's the same beast.
Yes, it is.
You're covering a team and trying to get. So to speak.
Right.
35-14, Alice over Carroll here at halftime. Now, Alice is slated to be in a brand new district this year. They're going down to the Valley, going to play the likes of Sharyland Pioneer, Sharyland High, Mission Vets, and Roma. What's your personal feeling on that? And I guess for the program of Alice, the city of Alice, how do you think the town is taken to that where they have to go to the Valley now as opposed to playing the local Coastal Bend area teams like you're so accustomed to?
Not very well. They back in the spring when we saw the schedule, and then you have the majority of the community saying, not content, the drive. You talk about the competition, but in speaking to Coach Castellano and the coach's corner show, on Tuesday, he said, well, we'll line them up with whoever they put us. It's not up to us. It's up to the big man up in Austin. So, that's what they got them, and then that's what they're going to have to do with.
And the thing about Alice that I know so well, I'm a Kingsville Bramo graduate. So, Kingsville Alice, I know a thing or two about the Coyotes and the kind of spirit and the kind of tenacity that y'all guys have as an overall program, not just Stadium or wherever the game might be, it's one of those towns that it shuts down.
It does.
We're closed. We're at the game. We'll see you tomorrow.
Pretty much.
To me, that has always been what's so special about that community of Alice.
The love for the sports, the love for the kids, the student athletes, the hard work, the desire, the dedication, the commitment. It just goes on, and the love is special. For the sport. This being the final year of iconic stadium, Memorial Stadium there, and everyone is just. It's special. They got that special decal on the helmet.
Yes,
and
correct.
It's very special.
So the Coyote fans listening tonight or watching along on MICSportsNetwork.com, the stadium will be ready to go next year.
It'll be ready to go late next year, I believe. That's what I've been hearing.
Okay.
Last game this season, if not, November or so, or the last home game, then demolition will begin.
So what is the plan then? Where will Alice play their home games at the start of next season until the stadium is ready? What's the tentative plan on that?
That is up in the air right now, and maybe A&M Kingsville.
Okay, little maybe 30-minute drive down the road, possibly.
Possibly could be. It's still up in the air, but I believe that was the first choice from the coaching staff and officials.
Well, we're talking from the Alice Echo Journal, Pete Vasquez, longtime radio voice of the Alice Coyotes as well. And I knew you were going to be here, and I've met you before at GP. We've talked several times over the course of the years and different things, and always help each other out in any way we can. But I was like, I knew you were going to be here. There was no way I was not going to have you on the radio with me. No way.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Friendships in radio, the brotherhood of radio, and my sons laugh at that, and they're like, brotherhood of radio? I go, you don't know. If you have not been in radio or, in media, you just don't know. But it's helping each other. Helping each other out with rosters or with
whatever it takes. Pete was the one that gave us some of the starters tonight, Lucien Cruz and the running backs and stuff like that. And we were able to scramble a little bit pregame to get them.
But so many things have changed, guys, hasn't it?
Yes,
it really has. It really has.
It's just it's like you guys are pulling the Brent Musburgers and the John Maddens, and at the same time you're an engineer.
Yes.
And of course, as you know, Pete, there's so many things that happen behind the scenes, leading up to a broadcast, the prep, everything, the setting up the equipment, and even during a broadcast when things might go wrong, something might short out, and you're on the fly trying to fix it, and we're throwing hand signals at each other, trying to communicate without talking on the air. You said it right. There is a brotherhood in radio, and if you haven't been in radio, I guess it's something you won't understand, but to the guys who have or anybody who has been in media, it's something about it, man.
Special.
It's something special, indeed.
Very special.
We're here with Pete Vasquez, the Alice Echo Journal, longtime voice of Alice Coyote football, covering the Coyotes now for the Alice Echo Journal. 35-14, Alice up over Carroll at the half. First game of the season, the Peanut Butter Bowl, about 15 minutes or so and change until the start of the second half.
Yeah, I walk into the stadium and I spoke to Coach Castellano, and I tell him, I don't know about you, but it smells kind of peanutty around here. What a great event, idea.
Yes, indeed. I mean,
it seemed like it started somewhere in the Central Texas area, but one of the things that they always talk about, when we feed people in need, we all win.
Right.
Which is a great thing. And then we said at the beginning of the ball game and pregame, but if you would like to make a donation tonight, if you're a Coyote fan or you're a Tiger fan, you can go to peanutbutterbowl.com. You can scroll down, find the donation form. On it, you can use credit card. You can donate in your team's name, and it'll help the school raise funds to compete for the Peanut Butter Bowl, but it also feed the hungry.
Yes, which is, that's great. The
end result is the best thing.
That's what it's all about, helping out those folks in need. And it's a really a bright idea, a great event.
It really is. Pete Vasquez, Alice Echo Journal with us. 35-14, Alice up on Carroll at the half. MIC Sports Network, MICSportsNetwork.com, and of course on the greatness of News Talk KEYS, 1440 AM and 98.7 FM. We're going to hit a quick break. When we come back, more halftime coverage. It's Alice 35, Carroll 14.
Hang on a second. And, of course, Pete, we want to thank you for your
Oh,
time
yes,
coming
okay,
over.
there we go. No, I didn't know if Pete was coming back or not. I didn't know if Pete was coming back or not.
Because we're going to get our halftime stats while the Tigers are performing and doing all that.
Let me say something real quick. It was a pleasure to have you on, Pete, and a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Pete.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. And you all keep up the good work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There he goes. Pete Vasquez, Alice Echo Journal. We're going to hit a quick break. It's the MIC Sports Network Game of the Week. Alice 35, Carroll 14. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Aranda's Pass, where great deals meet great quality.
Take advantage of up to $16,000 off on select new model Ram 1500s with no payments for 90 days. But that's not all. Enjoy 0% APR for 36 months on our new Jeep Wranglers. Your summer adventure starts here. Visit us today and let's make this summer amazing together.
We're only 20 minutes away from downtown Corpus Christi. Come by. Let's be friends.
When it comes to real estate, settling isn't in your vocabulary, and it certainly isn't in ours. Welcome to Lux Realty Group, where high standards are our foundation and exceptional service is our promise. Our team of seasoned experts is dedicated to understanding your unique desires and helping you find a home that reflects your impeccable taste. Contact Lux Realty Group today and receive a complimentary consultation. 315 5th Street in Portland, or call 361-977-2020.
Hi, I'm Brian Williford, president and owner of Al Williford Chevrolet in Portland, where we've been family-owned since 1984. One word that we love around here is community. We have a heart for the coastal bend, which is why we value people first. Whether you're in the market for a new Chevrolet or a quality pre-owned vehicle, our friendly sales professionals are eager to help. Thank you, and we invite you to join the Al Williford Chevrolet family. Al Williford Chevrolet, proudly supporting the Fighting Gregory Portland Wildcats since 1988. Go Wildcats!
Orthopedic excellence starts here. With 50-plus years of service in the coastal bend, 4 separate communities, 7 individual clinics, 9 different subspecialties, 1,500 patients seen each week. Don't settle for anything but the best. South Texas Bone and Joint, the go-to orthopedic office for you and your loved ones. Your care, always our priority.
Moody's Quality Meats at 6486 Holly Road between Airline and Rodfield Road. Serving customers for over 50 years with old-fashioned service, quality, and the best selection of beef, pork, poultry, lamb, and more. Producing a variety of products, including fresh and smoked sausages, whole deboned stuffed chickens, poppers, cooked entrees, oven-ready stuffed chops, and chicken breast. Jerky and dry sausage? Moody's has that too. Quality is our name and meat is our business. Moody's Quality Meats. Like us on Facebook for daily specials.
Need help getting your GED, applying for college, or just a career change? Contact the Trio Educational Opportunity Center at Del Mar College. It's free. Let us help you further your education with a free grant-based program that offers academic assistance, financial aid, career workshops, tutoring, mentoring, college admission testing, and so much more. Call today and see if you qualify for this free program. When life knocks you down, sometimes you just need a helping hand to get back up. Contact the Trio Educational Opportunity Center at Del Mar College today.
GTech 360 proudly celebrating 20 years in business. What a local internet provider can do for you? No data caps. 24/7 customer support. Expert installations. Locally owned and operated. We connect people and communities. Give us a call today at 361-777-1400 for your internet, VoIP, and security needs.
Back here at Cabinet Field, Doug Kesterson, James Espinosa with you. As you're watching the Carroll Tiger Band on MICSportsNetwork.com, or as we've been affectionately nicknamed, Mike Sports.
Mike Sports, yes, actually got some compliments today at the workplace, Doug, from a few people saying they enjoyed our broadcast last night of Miller and Veterans Memorial.
We had a lot of fun, and, you know, after about the first 4 or 5 plays, I think, we were back on the bike and we were going full speed downhill.
It's kind of weird.
It took a few plays
because we don't
back in the groove.
We don't have a preseason either. Like the first couple of games, you know, kind of shaking off the rust from the summer, but once we're here, and Doug and I have been doing broadcasts together going on a decade.
Yes.
It's going on a decade that you and I have been a broadcast team, so it's like, we're a dynamic duo, so to speak. It's like Stockton. It's like Stockton Malone. It's like Tony Parker, Tim Duncan.
I don't know if I would go all that far. We've worked long enough together that we know what the other is pretty much going to do. So we can feel I can throw something to you, you come back. We just work together. We know how not to step on each other.
Exactly, and it's always fun. It's always fun being in the booth with you, Doug, and it's fun being here at the stadium.
Our 4th year in a row for GP football, and in the 2nd year in a row of the game of the week. Or
this is my 5th year. This is me and you 5 years of GP football in a row. Starting,
we've done 4.
Yeah, we've done 4. This is our 5th together, and this is our 2nd game of the week year. If that makes sense to anybody out there. It makes sense to me and Doug. But we're here, MICSportsNetwork.com, News Talk KEYS. Halftime at Cabinets, 35-14. Alice is up on Carroll.
And the Tigerettes are out on the field performing.
They sure are. Want me to go over some first half stats here?
Yes, please do.
All right, so let's go with Alice. Alice as a team, 27 combined rushes, 166 yards. As a passing unit, you have Lucian Cruz, who is 13 of 17 passing. He has 1 interception, 1 touchdown pass right at the end of the half, the 35-yard Hail Mary bomb to Tunches. For the night, Lucian Cruz has 165 passing yards. So 166 rushing, 166 passing for Alice. A balanced offense, if you ask me. And when you look at some of the individual numbers here, receiving-wise, Colin Sesmilis leads the Alice Coyotes with 3 receptions for 35 yards. Alvaro Tuches, 1 reception, 35 yards and a touchdown. Roel Gonzalez, 3 for 14 receiving. And Alejandro Acevedo, 2 for 32 receiving. Landon Guerra also 2 of 29. A bevy of Coyotes have touched the ball tonight. Alice is up 35-14 for the Coyotes. Whew, boy, there hasn't been a lot of plays, Doug. Not a lot of plays for the Coyotes.
You mean the Tigers?
For the Tigers, 3 rushes for 60 yards. One of those was a 59-yard touchdown run on the first play of scrimmage for the Tigers of the season by Robert Muhammad. 2 of 5 passing on the night are the Tigers for a grand total of 10 yards. So not a lot of offensive production. 70 total yards of offense for the Carroll Tigers in the first half. And those are your halftime stats.
Scores from around the area. Yoakum is leading Calhoun at half 21-20. San Diego over George West 7-0 at halftime. Ingleside leading La Feria 14-0 at the half. Lanier leading the King Mustangs 21-7 at halftime. Orange Grove and Rockport Fulton playing in Rockport. Rockport leading 21-12 at half. Robstown leading the Kennedy Rockets at halftime by 4, an interesting score, 25-21.
Wow, that's yeah, that one is interesting right there. Robstown on the come up a little bit.
Toloso Midway and the Moody Trojans, a team that I feel might be that 4th playoffs team in this district that the Carroll Tigers are in. 7-0 Toloso Midway. They're at TM over Moody in the second quarter. Flower Bluff, 28-0 over Mexico City. Odom leading Ben Bolt 14-0. Refugio doing Refugio things over the Cotulla Cowboys, 28-0 in the second quarter. Sinton leading Beeville 28-0. Natalia 14-6 over Skidmore Tynan. Tied at 6 between Falfurrias and Hebronville in the second quarter. No score reported from Ray and the Laredo Nixon Mustangs. And no score reported from West Oso and Santa Gertrudis. No score between John Paul and St. Anthony's Yellow Jackets. Georgetown leading Victoria East 14-0. And no score reported from Lockhart and Victoria West in the first quarter.
Week 1 of the Texas high school football season.
And we did have a halftime score, Cal Allen leading GP 28-20.
Yes, 28-20. Cal Allen up on GP, and I saw some stats roll in from our good friend Quentin Martinez of the Caller Times. He is out there at Phil Danaher Field. The Cow Wildcats have 261 rushing yards on 27 attempts in the first half.
Well, they're running the ball again, huh?
They are.
Which was different with Charlie Reeve when he was Victoria East. They were a pretty balanced offense in that spread.
Yes, and that is the thing. You know, it's essentially the Victoria East offense, and they run a spread, but it's more of a spread run offense as opposed to a heavy spread pass. So maybe a different look for Cow Allen, but much the same. They're going to try to run the ball down your throat, and so far tonight they have had great success against Gregory Portland. Again, at the half, Cow Allen 28, GP 20.
And you would normally hear Gregory Portland on this game between GP and Cow Allen. We were not allowed into the stadium to do the game tonight.
Nope.
So we are doing the Peanut Butter Bowl for you guys. We thank our sponsors for being patient and supportive, bringing you a bonus game. And we'll take a quick 60-second timeout, and we'll be back and get you guys ready for the second half. Stay with us here. Coming up on News Talk KEYS 1440 AM and 98.7 FM. And on the MICSportsNetwork.com. Stay with us.
Welcome to Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Aransas Pass, where great deals meet great quality.
Take advantage of up to $16,000 off on select new model Ram 1500s with no payments for 90 days. But that's not all. Enjoy 0% APR for 36 months on our new Jeep Wranglers. Your summer adventure starts here. Visit us today and let's make this summer amazing together.
We're only 20 minutes away from downtown Corpus Christi. Come by. Let's be friends.
GTech 360 proudly celebrating 20 years in business. What a local internet provider can do for you? No data caps. 24/7 customer support. Expert installations. Locally owned and operated. We connect people and communities. Give us a call today at 361-777-1400 for your internet, VoIP, and security needs.
Back here at Cabinets Field, Doug, James, and Marcos with you as the Coyotes are out their second half warm-ups. Looks like the winds died down just a tad as well. May not be blowing as strong as it was earlier. 84 degrees right now. Winds have died down from 10 miles an hour to 7 miles an hour, gusting from 16 down to 12. And the humidity makes it feel like it's 85 degrees out there.
Oh, dude. The humidity before the game. My pants were sticking to my leg.
Whoa.
Put it that way. I mean, might be too much information, but I mean, it was.
Your clothes were sticking to you.
Okay,
it's probably
well,
the best thing to
You
say.
were, you were sweating.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to paint the picture for our radio audience out there on how humid it was.
Yes, but you've given some of us a mental image that we can't get rid of.
Okay. Let's forget that. And here come the Coyotes for the second half.
And then the Tigers take the field as well.
The Coyotes up 35-14 over the Tigers. Second half about to start here on the MIC Sports Network and News Talk KEYS.
Big game next Thursday night at Buck Stadium with the Tigers and the Eagles battling it out on a Thursday night. We will be there and have that game for you on the air as the MIC Sports Network Game of the Week. And don't forget, next Friday night, we'll have our first game for Gregory Portland this year. Laredo Alexander coming into town, and we get to honor our late great friend who would have been 90 years old on the 5th of August. Vito Duran passed away in May, and all three of us were, of course, at his funeral. And I took him a schedule not that long ago. I printed out a schedule, I laminated it, and I took it to him because Vito would call me probably in May. Do you have the schedule yet, Doug?
Yeah, man.
I need the schedule. And he wanted to know who we were playing. He wanted to know what changes were made. As a coaching, I mean, just we would sit and talk football. He was always ready to talk GP Wildcat football and football in general.
It's a lot
loved high school sports.
A lot of things are, of course, going to be different this year. I can't even imagine what we might be feeling next week when we're there.
I can tell you,
without him,
I'm already planning next week.
It's gonna be emotional.
We will leave his chair and have a spot saved for him next week for the home opener.
Hey man, I'm down to honor Mr. Duran in any way possible. His legacy will always live on.
And I have a picture that we're going to put in that booth. That we're going to leave a Vito with a headset on.
Hey, well-deserved, and a big shout-out to, of course, Gregory Portland ISD for honoring Mr. Duran, Vito Duran, with the naming of the press box after him. So that's going to be incredible next week. And
we haven't have an opportunity to discuss this on the radio, but after Vito passed away, I texted the superintendent, Dr. Michelle Cavazos, and I say, hey, what do I need to do to get this ball rolling? I will talk in front of the school board. I'll do whatever I need to do. And she said, Doug, don't worry. It's already in the works. So I was like, okay, that's all I need to hear.
They take care of their own over there in GP. And that's something that I've learned very quickly joining the broadcast here the last couple years, is that they have a very strong community, and I can't wait to go out there for the home opener and to remember and celebrate Vito's legacy over there.
And I imagine a good portion of his family will probably be there.
They will all be there.
Okay.
Grandkids, everybody, they're all coming in.
Second half here underway. Alice kicks off.
High, end over end. And this time off of the face mask. It's a live ball. Has to pick it up. Can't get there. Finally has it, and a horrible start for the Tigers as they have the ball at their 4.
It's not what you need, especially after the first half of struggle that Carroll had. The minimum amount of plays that they ran. It hasn't been a great night for head coach Cal Netherland and this Carroll Tiger offense, and now they're backed up against their goal line. Ball on the 4, officially spotted. They're going to have to dig themselves out of this one.
I mean, outside of a turnover, that might be the worst possible scenario to open up this half, is you got to go 96 yards if you want to get in the end zone.
Snap to Cruz. Keeps it himself. Got a nice big gain and out of bounds near the sticks. Looks like he's going to be a tad shy of that marker.
No, they're moving him, Doug. They're moving the chains down on the far sideline. He picks up 10 yards.
Right at the 14-yard line. That is right on the nose.
It was a nice run. Good quarterback keep. A fake to Muhammad up the middle. We haven't seen this Carroll team get to their offensive rhythm yet. They ran so, just a few amount of plays. It's hard to tell what the identity of this offense is.
Quick snap, handoff Muhammad. Muhammad's got a big hole up the middle.
My goodness.
And he has another first down up across the 25-yard line, spotting him at the 26.
Just an explosive run right there. Muhammad has a special kind of acceleration. We saw it last year, and now this year as a senior, he's one of the premier backs, as I said, in this area.
1st and 10 Tigers from the 25. Snap, hands off Muhammad. No, Cruz keeps again. Trying to get to the outside. Hits the corner and gets to the 30-yard line. And out of bounds, marking him at the 31.
And, I was just about to talk about that, James. I mean, as explosive and as impressive as Muhammad was last year in the games that we saw him, he looks even more explosive now, faster, quicker, more agile. I mean, he's really grown as an athlete, which is really saying something given his ability that we've already seen in the past.
2-by-2 set. Cruz wanting to throw, has his man caught for a first down and still fighting for some yardage, trying to rip the ball out for the Coyotes.
Pass is caught by Jay Leha, his first reception of the night, and all of a sudden we got a little offensive drive going for the Tigers.
Spotting the ball at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10 Tigers.
It was a good throw right there by Nick Cantu. He's 3 of 6 so far tonight.
I called him Cruz. My apologies. Cantu.
Hey, we're working out the kinks, Doug. We're going to
yes,
be all right.
Trips on the left side of the formation for the Tigers with Cantu. Keeps it, bobbles it, hands off to Muhammad. Hits the line of scrimmage and maybe has a yard to the 40.
He was stuffed right there. Good job by the interior of that Coyote defense. Number 67 was in.
Looks like one of the Tigers got slung backwards and thrown down at the play, and Netherland out there to the referee. He's like, hey, come on, are you going to call something?
Well, they do not, much to the protest
Referee is David Angleton, the San Antonio chapter, working this ball game tonight here at Cabaniss Field. 2nd down and 9 for the Tigers. Clock running, nearing the 10-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Trips on the left side of the formation for Cantu. And a flag come flying in, delay a game on the Tigers.
You just can't have that. You cannot have that at this moment in the game when you're down 21. You're trying to put together the first sustained offensive drive of your season. Trying to claw your way back into this one, no pun intended. And then you have a delay of game that's going to push you back.
2nd down, 15 for the Tigers. Cantu rolls around, this time out to his left on the bootleg. Throws it high, intended for Lieja again. 3rd down coming up.
Alice secondary had some pretty good coverage right there. Those about 3 Coyotes around Lieja. Three of 7 passing for Nick Cantu, 1 interception, 18 total passing yards for this Carroll Tiger offense.
2-by-2 set for the Tigers, 3rd and 15. Back to throw, rolling out, one setting up and dumping it off. He's got Swanson with a juke move, spins and doesn't get enough yardage. Gets up to the 43-44.
Yeah, it was a good play right there. Cantu made something out of nothing. It was a nice pocket that his offensive line presented him. There was some battling going on out there between the left tackle, Joseph Verial, and the defensive end for Alice. Cantu had to escape at the last minute, makes the throw on the run, but they're going to be well short of the 1st down yardage.
35-14, Coyotes leading the Tigers here in the 3rd quarter at Cabaniss Field. De Leon back to punt. Low snap, he picks it up, pressure's coming, he gets it away. High, waiting, and then fielded up by a Tiger inside the 30-yard line down to the 23. Look, Davian Salazar was able to field that, I believe. Was it Davian Salazar or Daniel Solis? Was it 26 or 36? Matthew Pettis, I believe. Matthew Pettis is one.
Alice offense coming out. First half, Lucian Cruz, quarterback for the Coyotes, 13 of 17 passing, 165 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Back to the offensive grind go the Coyotes. Single receiver each side of the formation with a tight end on the right side. Single back. Now sends Sesmalis in motion. Hand off to Gonzalez. Off the right side, falls forward for a nice gain. Up to the 27-yard line, 28-yard line.
11th carry for Gonzalez, 65 yards.
I think they're spotting it at the 27. That's a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6.
That's what I got. 4 yards on the carry. Roel Gonzalez.
In motion. 2 receivers on the right side. Cruz rolling out to his right, throwing on the run. Caught. Breaks the tackle down the sideline and out of bounds. And a flag comes flying in late. Peterson on the reception.
I think he might have shoved him a little late there after he had already stepped out of bounds.
So he got marked out at the Tiger 46. And we'll see. Penalty pending.
I mean, personal foul. 15-yard penalty against the Tigers.
Insult to injury. Another one of those underneath routes for the Coyotes where they get their guy in space, they put him one-on-one in a favorable position, and the Tiger defenders, they just cannot handle a one-on-one matchup with these Coyote skill players.
1st and 10. Cruz with the snap, hands off to Gonzalez. Met in the backfield, breaks the tackle as they pull in his jersey down in a full moon.
Picks up 2, I believe.
Hits to the 35-yard line.
Now they might be having a chuckle about that in the huddle.
He's going to tightening his belt as we speak.
This Coyote offense just looks very fluid, smooth. I've been impressed with what I've seen.
Cruz with a quick throw out to Peterson, catches it in front, and still fighting for some yardage. They do a lot of leg work.
A lot of yards after the catch. But it's an offense that doesn't get too greedy. They take what is there. If you're going to give them underneath all day and you're going to play your corners 5, 6, 7 yards off the wide receiver, then guess what? We're going to go underneath and we're going to make you pay them. Credit to the Alice coaching staff for recognizing that.
It's showing 3rd and 8. It's probably a little more of 3rd and 6 coming up for the Coyotes.
That scoreboard's been wrong all night, Doug.
Cruz with a roll around. Throwing on the run, caught and brought down. Again, though, is Landon Guerra with a reception. Down at the 21 and a first down for the Coyotes.
Big pass right there from Lucian Cruz, right on the money.
Guerra leaving the field. That was kind of an awkward landing for him.
What was that, about 13 yards, I surmise?
From the 33 to the 21, 12.
12, okay. See, look at that. My football eye is getting there. I got to train my eyes again. It's always the first couple of games. I might be a little bit off on the yardage. But let me get going, Doug. Once I get going downhill, no one can stop me.
1st and 10 Coyotes. Cruz under center with a pitch out. And a straight beeline to the end zone. A flag comes flying in, though. This one's coming back. Salaiz untouched to the end zone, and he's like, what happened? What?
I think they got one of the wide receivers on a block in the back.
The linemen are looking with their hands out like, what?
There was a lot of bodies on the floor over there on the far side.
And 9 out of 10 times, this one's coming back for a hold from the spot of the foul.
And the penalty yardage is being marked off. Ball will be placed on the 28. .556 left in the 3rd quarter. Alice up by 21 over Carroll, 35-14. Week 1 of the Texas high school football season.
7 penalties for 50 yards tonight for the Coyotes. Need to get to, the 12-yard line? And the ball's on the 28.
Yeah, that's correct, Doug. 12-yard line.
So 2nd down and 18. Cruz calls for the snap. Fakes the handoff, rolls out, wants to throw back. He's got that screen. Salaiz with a turn upfield and then brought down to the 20.
It's a nice play call.
Makes a 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Coyotes.
Big number 70 for the Coyotes got himself a nice block on that screen. Esteban Cabrera. Big man was just waiting to hit somebody, and he sprung Salaiz forward on that screen pass.
John Madden would love it because all the T-shirts are out and untucked by that Coyote offensive line.
They've been working hard.
Cruz with the snap, looking. Pressure coming, sacked from behind.
Did not see him coming at all.
Bobby Ochoa.
Big time sack.
He didn't even feel him coming.
No, off the blind side, and he got the best of number 74, Victor Carriaga. Just a speed rush around the edge.
A 7-yard loss. The Coyotes taking their time as play clock's down. They're going to call a timeout. Their first one of the second half. With 4:21 to go in the third quarter.
Coyotes have been taking their time offensively. You're up 21 points. There's no rush. Keep the ball, get the chains moving, eat some clock, pack it up, head home to Alice with the W in your pocket.
KEYS Corpus Christi, you're listening to the Peanut Butter Bowl at Cabinets Field with the Alice Coyotes and the Carroll Tigers, and you're watching on MICSportsNetwork.com.
It's the Peanut Butter Bowl, and you know what? Alice's offense has been smooth.
That was good. I'll give you that one. Did you ride it like last week?
Nope. Doug, contrary to popular belief, I do have some one-liners that I just come up with on the fly.
To be fair, most times you come in like, oh, I got some good puns for this one.
Yeah.
Like whenever it's a good matchup, like it's cat on cat or something.
Yeah.
Or horse on horse, a Mustang versus a.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Gallops his way.
Yeah. You remember that? It was like, who did we have?
I think it was like a King versus Moody game, and I was just trying to see how many horse puns I could get off.
Third down for the Coyotes. Cruz with a snap. Pressure's coming. Steps up, fires the ball deep down the field. And I'm surprised that the laundry wasn't thrown in there. It looked like a little tug on the back of the jersey. And that brings up fourth down.
Alejandro Acevedo was the intended receiver, and Deshaun Porter, once again on the deep coverage. He has been flagged already for pass interference in that same type of scenario, but this time, Laundry stays in the pocket of the referee.
Cal Allen leading GP 35-20.
So far, a good start to the Charlie Reeve era out in Cal Allen.
Fourth down for the Coyotes. And Salai's laundry play, flipping it back around in a wide open lane with a stop. Stutters has the first down at the 10.
11
Jamarian
yards.
Peterson. And he slowed up for some reason or another. I'm not sure why he slowed up. He looked like he had a clear path to the end zone.
He had a clear path, and he had a couple of linemen pulled out in front of him towards his right side. A nice cut back in. He might have been able to dance his way into the end zone.
First and goal from the 9. And Alvear is in the ball game.
Uh-oh. He has 3 touchdowns on 5 carries. Might be the most efficient running back we've ever seen.
Cruz under center. Hands off Alvear. Trying to get to the right side. Waiting. Cuts back upfield. Straight to the end zone. Touchdown Alvear and the Coyotes.
Absolutely incredible.
9-yard touchdown run.
His 4th touchdown of the night on 6 carries. He has 53 total yards on the ground.
I mean, he's like a red zone specialist for them. I mean, he only comes in with first and goal situations or just in the red zone, and he's been absolutely dominant down there.
It's a luxury to have, without a doubt.
High snap. The kick is up, and it is good. 42-14, 3:17 to go. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Brian Williford, president and owner of Al Williford Chevrolet in Portland, where we've been family owned since 1984. One word that we love around here is community. We have a heart for the coastal bend, which is why we value people first. Whether you're in the market for a new Chevrolet or a quality pre-owned vehicle, our friendly sales professionals are eager to help. Thank you, and we invite you to join the Al Williford Chevrolet family. Al Williford Chevrolet, proudly supporting the Fighting Gregory Portland Wildcats since 1988. Go Wildcats!
Orthopedic excellence starts here. With 50-plus years of service in the coastal bend, 4 separate communities, 7 individual clinics, 9 different subspecialties, 1,500 patients seen each week. Don't settle for anything but the best. South Texas Bone and Joint, the go-to orthopedic office for you and your loved ones. Your care, always our priority.
Back here, Cabinets Field. Coyotes extend their lead now, over the Carroll Tigers, 42-14, 3:17 to go in the third quarter. And Urtia's kick, high, end over end, and into the end zone for a touchback for the Tigers.
Another Damian Alvear touchdown capped off the last Alice Coyote drive, a 9-yard run towards the right side of the line. Fought his way through a couple of Tiger defenders, which has been the story all night for this Alice offense. Fighting through and getting past Tiger defenders. Alice 42, Carroll 14.
You know, having the game last night between the Veterans Memorial Eagles and the Miller Buccaneers, not the way we expected that ball game to come out. We expected a little bit tighter of a contest, but having watched Carroll so far through almost 3 quarters and a full game of Veterans Memorial, this should be a pretty evenly matched game next week, correct?
I would say so. A lot of questions to be had for both sides.
There's a big hole up the middle, off to the races, and if he's even, he's leaving. One play, heading towards the end zone. Who is that number?
Number 12.
Touchdown Tigers. Jesse Garcia, 75 yards.
Wow, the junior running back. That's the way to respond.
And they used a little bit of a different formation on that play. And a last-second addition coming in for the line. Play clock down to 12. DeLeon is getting set. There's a snap. Kick is up, and it is good. 42-21. Back after this.
Moody's Quality Meats at 6486 Holly Road between Airline and Rodfield Road. Serving customers for over 50 years with old-fashioned service, quality, and the best selection of beef, pork, poultry, lamb, and more. Producing a variety of products, including fresh and smoked sausages, whole deboned stuffed chickens, poppers, cooked entrees, oven-ready stuffed chops, and chicken breast. Jerky and dry sausage? Moody's has that too. Quality is our name, and meat is our business. Moody's Quality Meats. Like us on Facebook for daily specials.
Need help getting your GED, applying for college, or just a career change? Contact the Trio Educational Opportunity Center at Del Mar College. It's free. Let us help you further your education with a free grant-based program that offers academic assistance, financial aid, career workshops, tutoring, mentoring, college admission testing, and so much more. Call today and see if you qualify for this free program. When life knocks you down, sometimes you just need a helping hand to get back up. Contact the Trio Educational Opportunity Center at Del Mar College today.
Back here, Cavendis Field. Tigers been able to score some points tonight, but it have not sustained very many long drives. 75-yard touchdown run for Garcia puts it now 42-21. DeLeon to kick into the wind, but the wind has died down quite a bit since the sun has gone down. And he knuckles it. And it bounces and is a roll inside the 10 and goes out of bounds at the 5.
The Tigers have been big play merchants on the ground. You had the 59-yard Robert Muhammad one-play drive back in the first quarter. And then now you have the one-play Jesse Garcia 75-yard touchdown run. So a couple of big moments right there for the Tigers. And that's something to take into next week. I know they're down by 21 points right now, but you have a nice running attack. You have one of the premier backs in the area in Robert Muhammad. Things haven't worked out your way tonight, but I think the Carroll Tiger team, they can find their identity in the run game and then work Nick Cantu in slowly, utilizing the run to open up more of the pass.
Controlled scrimmages do just that. It's controlled. You can be able to see some great plays and some great action, but you really got to get a game or two under your belt. You really know who your team is. First and 10 Coyotes from their 30 after the 5-yard penalty on the out-of-bounds kickoff. Peterson in motion. Hands off to Peterson, trying to get in there and coming back and dropping him behind for a loss for the Tigers is number 7, Amado Rivera.
It's a beautiful play to sniff that out. There's a big loss on first down.
That's exactly what they need. They need a quick 3 and out here. Give themselves some good field position. Hopefully help out their offense to get some points on the board. Make this one a little interesting.
2nd down and 16 for the Coyotes. 2 receivers out on the right side. Quick snap. Cruz fakes a handoff, rolls to his right, throws, and it's caught by Cespedes. And it's dropped down at the 35-yard line.
11 yards right there, and it was a nice play. Cruz had some pressure, even took a hit as he released the ball. It's a great pitch and catch.
Brings up a manageable 3rd down and 5, and every time it seemed like the Coyotes has had their backs against the wall in a deep, long play, they seem to find a way to get a 1st down. 2 receivers on the left side, single receiver on the right. Lone tailback now shifts up. Snap to Cruz, rolling out to his left this time. Going to throw deep down the seam on a long pass, in and out of the fingertips of Alejandro Acevedo.
Man, he was open. Had a step on his man. Looked like he wanted it more towards the inside of the numbers. The ball, though, turned him around as he was heading towards what looked up here like a corner route towards the sideline. Just could not get it.
And Urrutia is back to punt for the Coyotes, which I think is their first punt of the night.
I believe that's correct. I don't have any punts marked down on my unofficial score sheet.
And he has the wind at his back. Snap is low coming back there. Carroll had to call a timeout because they had too many men on the field. And it would have given the Coyotes a 1st down.
Some of those first game things you got to work out. We saw it last night with Vetz and Miller. Personnel issues, who's on the field, how many guys are on the field. It's not only on the players. There's specific coaches who are meant to know who's on the field, how many guys are on the field. Like, that's your specific duty. It's a learning process for everybody here in week 1.
I know sometimes you'll literally have a coach or a player stand next to the coach whose job it is to literally count every single play.
Yeah.
And make sure that they don't have too many men.
Oh, they were calling for him. Netherland and some of the coaching staff were like, come off the field, and he got over here.
Down on
numbers.
The sideline, they're still looking for a guy. They've been counting, and
he's in a meeting over here.
And they're counting again, trying to get everybody figured out. And it looks like they're still having issues with who belongs in the huddle, who doesn't. Something to definitely go over in film session and staff meetings, special teams meetings to come.
Swanson back deep for the Tigers to catch the punt from Urrutia.
Some frustration on the Carroll sideline.
And it's a fake, and he's got the 1st down.
Oh.
And his helmet comes off.
Oh my gosh. Gonna be stopped at about the 48-yard line.
An absolute disaster for the Carroll Tigers.
A direct snap to the up back.
Doug, where was the ball spotted at?
The ball was spotted at the 35-yard line.
Okay, so about 13-yard run.
And a timeout for Tiger down on the field to give us an opportunity to say thank you to Alan Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Aransas Pass, a long-time relationship with Bill Denton and the crew, Mr. Gil Molina, the general manager now in Aransas Pass. Thank you for their support 11 years in a row. Thank you also to Moody's Quality Meats, Al Williford Chevrolet, G-Tech Communications, South Texas Bone and Joint, Del Mar Trio, and Lux Realty Group. Of course, coming up next Thursday, we were talking about it just a moment ago, Veterans Memorial in Carroll. Kickoff at 7 o'clock from Buck Stadium. We'll have that game for you guys. And, of course, Friday night, September 6th, Laredo Alexander at GP, 7 o'clock kickoff.
Right now, the Gregory Portland Wildcats down to Cal Allen. Last we saw, they were down by a couple of touchdowns.
Cal Allen now leads 42-20 with 3 minutes left in the 3rd.
You know, if that one holds out the way it's looking, that is a statement win for Charlie Reeve taking over for Steve Campbell, and of course the Danaher-Campbell era, ushering in the new Charlie Reeve era. That could be a big-time statement win. And a lot
GP was an 11-point favorite according to Pigskin Prep and some of those others out there.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that GP was just going to go in there and kind of roll Cow-Allen.
42-21 with a minute 20 to go in the third quarter. First and 10 Coyotes from the 48. Quick handoff and met in the backfield. Gonzalez is brought down. 2-yard loss back to the 46.
And Caden Garcia on the tackle. Junior linebacker reading the key and wrapping up and taking his man down. Great play.
Second down and 12 coming up for the Coyotes. Sesmalis is the receiver on the left. Sending Villarreal in motion. Cruz looking towards Sesmalis, throws out on the out route again, and he's done that time and time again. And Sesmalis with that spin move this time, unable to shake the tackle of Jeremiah Bradley.
You want to keep playing off? That's what's going to happen.
Sesmalis, the leading receiver for the Coyotes, with 60 yards on 5 receptions.
But clearly the player of the game is Alvear, correct?
I would say so. It's hard to beat 4 touchdowns.
Third down and short for the Coyotes. Sesmalis in motion, fakes a handoff. Cruz keeps up the middle and has the first down. And as the Tiger comes in late, I'm surprised it didn't throw a flag. And that's the end of the third quarter. They're going to switch in.
Welcome to Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
42-21, Alice up on Carroll. 12 minutes left in week number 1 for both of these teams. Alice next week will take on Cow-Allen. That will be a home game in Alice at Memorial Stadium. And then, of course, we will broadcast Carroll and Veterans Memorial Thursday night, September 5th on the MIC Sports Network for our Game of the Week. And right now, that Game of the Week is looking like a battle of 0-1 teams going at each other. And what could be an intriguing game? From what we saw out of Vets last night, what we're seeing out of Carroll tonight, just might be a closer game than expected with the struggles we've seen from both sides.
5 turnovers last night for the Veterans Memorial Eagles. Very uncharacteristic.
Indeed. Four interceptions and 1 fumble for the Vets Eagles.
42-21, first and 10 Coyotes from the 42. Quick pitch out. And a nice cut upfield. Gonzalez dragging a defender with him, holding on to that ball. Trying to rip it out was number 32, Aiden Ben David.
72 yards on the ground now for Roel Gonzalez on 14 carries. 200 total rushing yards for the Coyotes tonight.
Second down and short for the Coyotes. Cruz under center. And a quick pitch out to Gonzalez with a stop and a cutback, met in the backfield and a loss on the play.
Jonathan Hall on the tackle. Caden Garcia as well there to clean things up.
A 2-yard loss back to the 36, brings down third down and 5.
And this is where they have to find success. They have to get off the field on third down.
Without a doubt. It's been a struggle all night, especially in those underneath routes where we can see right here on the screen, the corners are playing. That is about a 10-yard gap between the corner and the receiver, and Alice is just taking everything underneath. They're playing off coverage again.
And then doing a pitch back on a deep pass. And pass interference.
Yeah.
He's going to give the Coyotes a first down.
When the guy's behind you by 10 yards, when in doubt, just tackle him.
Oh, yeah.
You'd rather take the 15-yard penalty than give up the 6 points. It's a nice piece of trickeration, though, by the Coyote offense, saying, you know what, man, we're up by 21. Let's dial up a flea flicker. Let's take out that in our bag of tricks and present it. See how it works out. And it would have worked. It would have worked.
Yeah,
they had it.
You're right, though, James. I mean, when in doubt, I guess better to tackle the guy early and break it up instead of giving up 6.
Yeah, especially with the collegiate rules that they play at. It's not a spot penalty like the way it is in the NFL. It's just 15 yards, no matter where you're at.
First and 10 Coyotes. Cruz with the snap. Hands off Gonzalez. Nice running lane for Gonzalez. And streaking into the end zone for a touchdown for the Coyotes. 10:23 to go in the fourth quarter.
Like a hot knife through butter. Or should I say, a hot knife through peanut butter. 22 yards for Gonzalez.
I love you, man, but low snap, and the kick is up, and it is no good. 48-21 back after this.
Welcome to Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Aransas Pass, where great deals meet great quality.
Take advantage of up to $16,000 off on select new model Ram 1500s with no payments for 90 days. But that's not all. Enjoy 0% APR for 36 months on our new Jeep Wranglers. Your summer adventure starts here. Visit us today and let's make this summer amazing together.
We're only 20 minutes away from downtown Corpus Christi. Come by. Let's be friends.
When it comes to real estate, settling isn't in your vocabulary, and it certainly isn't in ours. Welcome to Lux Realty Group, where high standards are our foundation and exceptional service is our promise. Our team of seasoned experts is dedicated to understanding your unique desires and helping you find a home that reflects your impeccable taste. Contact Lux Realty Group today and receive a complimentary consultation. 315 5th Street in Portland, or call 361-977-2020.
Back here at Cabinets Field, Doug, James, and Marcos with you. Friday night action on the south side of Corpus. And the missed extra point makes the score 48-21 with 10:23 to go in the ball game. Urrutia. Here's his approach. And his kick is high, end over end, and not very deep. Coming up and making the grab, I believe, is Swanson. Swanson's got speed. Oh, hit backwards.
Oh, man. Yeah. He got one put on him by number 16 of Alice, Michael Espinosa.
And they're going to mark him down about the 34, 35-yard line on that return.
But there's an injured player on the field.
And he was feeling the effects of that hit rather quickly.
Feeling the effects, 10-16 left in this ball game. 48-21, Alice over Carroll. Don't forget, tomorrow we have Texas Longhorn coverage on our radio station, 1440 Keys, 98.7 FM. 2:30 kickoff. Doug, what time does that pregame show start on the IMG Longhorn Radio Network?
1 hour earlier. That'll be 1:30.
So 1:30, you'll hear the pregame show. 2:30, the Longhorns, and then I imagine a postgame show to follow?
1 hour.
Okay, so Longhorns all day tomorrow on Keys as they kick off the
College
2024
football
season.
can really take a long time to get the game over with. It's 5, almost 6 hours sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the reviews, and even though the reviews aren't supposed to take that long, my goodness, it's a 5-hour broadcast, 6-hour broadcast.
That's the one thing about college football that
they have to
I
speed it up a little bit.
I kind of don't enjoy is if you're going to sit down and watch a game, you better have 4 to 5 hours booked.
And, don't get me wrong, I've watched thousands of hours of college football on television. I was able to attend my first game last year. Went to a Texas State and Troy game there in San Marcos, and we're planning to go to get to another one.
Oh, nice.
just don't know when. We were thinking about this weekend, but I know this game was sold out.
How was the atmosphere up in
It's fun.
San Marcos?
It's fun.
Nice.
And it was hot, but it was okay.
There we go. And you know what? San Marcos is supposed to have a pretty good team this year.
G.J. Kinney.
Yeah.
Great name for a city, too.
I would agree.
Thank you again, Alan Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram over Aransas Pass, Moody's Quality Meats, Al Williford Chevrolet, G-Tech Communications, South Texas Bone and Joint, Del Mar Trio, and Lux Realty Group. Sunday, NASCAR Cookout Southern 500 at Darlington hits the air at 4 o'clock on Keys. First and 10 Tigers from the 33-yard line. Handoff Muhammad up the middle. Muhammad over another defender, taking off to the races, breaks another tackle inside Coyote territory, still on his feet all the way to the 31-yard line.
Telling you, Robert Muhammad has some burst. It's an incredible run right there.
This Alice Coyote team is no slouch, but this Tigers been able to hit some big runs and some big plays tonight, and it's been fun to watch this team in third year under head coach Cal Netherland. Cantu. Another handoff, big hole, busting through on the way to the end zone. Touchdown Tigers. Jesse Garcia again.
It's 31 yards to the house. The Tigers have found something with their running game. A 36-yard carry from Muhammad, followed by a 31-yard touchdown run by Garcia on back-to-back plays.
48-27 pending the extra point as Luke DeLeon out to try the extra point. Good snap, and it splits the uprights. 48-28, back after this.
Moody's Quality Meats at 6486 Holly Road between Airline and Rodfield Road. Serving customers for over 50 years with old-fashioned service, quality, and the best selection of beef, pork, poultry, lamb, and more. Producing a variety of products, including fresh and smoked sausages, whole deboned stuffed chickens, poppers, cooked entrees, oven-ready stuffed chops, and chicken breast. Jerky and dry sausage? Moody's has that too. Quality is our name, and meat is our business. Moody's Quality Meats. Like us on Facebook for daily specials.
Need help getting your GED, applying for college, or just a career change? Contact the Trio Educational Opportunity Center at Del Mar College. It's free. Let us help you further your education with a free grant-based program that offers academic assistance, financial aid, career workshops, tutoring, mentoring, college admission testing, and so much more. Call today and see if you qualify for this free program. When life knocks you down, sometimes you just need a helping hand to get back up. Contact the Trio Educational Opportunity Center at Del Mar College today.
Back here at Cavanis Field, you wanted some points on the board tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The Peanut Butter Bowl. Somebody needs to donate $48 and for the Coyotes and $28 for the Carroll Tigers, and you feed a lot of people for the Peanut Butter Bowl here at Cavanis Field tonight. Once again, if you want to make a donation tonight, go to peanutbutterbowl.com and check it out. Donate to your favorite team. A donation link down on the page. Simple as that. Here's DeLeon's approach. His kick. End over end, bounces at the one and out of the back of the end zone.
After that latest Jesse Garcia touchdown run for 31 yards, that now puts him at 106 rushing yards on 2 carries. He's had 2 carries, a 75-yard touchdown run, and a 31-yard touchdown run. Robert Muhammad, he's at 109 rushing yards on 6 carries. So 2 100-yard rushers tonight for the Carroll Tiger offense.
They just haven't been on the field much.
Yeah, exactly. It was such a weird start for them. They had 9 total plays run by the time the first half was over.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have 9 minutes and 58 seconds left to go in this ball game.
They need a stop right here. They need a turnover in the worst way.
Peterson in motion. Hands off to Salah. He's met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a 1-yard gain. They're giving him the 26, I believe. Reed Dooms on a 1-yard touchdown run. Cal Allen 42-27, and with 11:30 left in the fourth quarter.
There's still some time left in that game.
Second down 9 for the Coyotes, who have yet to punt in this ball game. Motion, snap. Cruz looking to throw, firing out to the right. Bobbled. The linebacker that dropped back into coverage. Who was that, number 40? Jarrett Reichart got his hands up in the air, and it affected Peterson on that catch.
Yeah, it was a good job of getting his hands in the throwing lane, and that was a nice throw, though, because the ball was placed right over the linebacker and right in front of the corner where his receiver could get it.
He was tracking it until Reichert got up in the air, and then he lost it, and he just got on him too quick. And then I don't know why they moved the yardstick back. It should have been an incomplete pass, so it still should be 3rd down and 9. Cruz throwing again. Pressure's coming, rolling out. Try to get him down, nothing. Fires the ball deep down the field, wide open over the hands of Salais, and incomplete.
Oh, man. Nothing but green for Salais if he could catch that one and turn up field.
And they're going to talk about that one in film as something they want back. Because that was
maybe just a little bit too much touch from Cruz.
Well, he's rolling out to his left.
Yeah,
and then having to throw with his right.
No, it was very difficult play from Cruz, but I think specifically who was that, number 21?
Salais.
Yeah, they might talk about that in the running back meeting. That's one that we're going to want back.
This time it's back for a punt, and it's not a very good one.
Wow.
And out of bounds. Tigers have excellent field position.
Tigers down by 20 with 9 minutes and 1 second remaining in this game.
Don't call it a comeback.
At least not yet.
They're going to spot the ball at the 45-yard line of the Coyotes. 1st and 10 Tigers.
Not much in the passing game for Carroll tonight. 26 passing yards only, but 230 rushing yards for this Tiger offense.
Actually moved it to the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers. With that 2-back set, 2 receivers split out on the left side of the formation. Cantu, swing pass. Garcia puts his knee down and then gets tackled over. And he'll lose his 2 yards back to the 48. Had a nice opportunity trying to get outside, just put a knee down, and once your knee's down in high school football, you're down. Cantu, hands off Muhammad up the middle. Has that yardage back, and then some inside the 45 down to the 43.
Trying to describe Robert Muhammad's running style.
GP 34, Cal Allen 42. 10-yard run from Reed Doom, 7:40 left.
Oh my goodness.
GP's defense got a 3 and out. 3rd down coming up for the Tigers. 2-back set, snap. Hands off Garcia. Breaks outside, up the field. Ball behind a block and has a 1st down inside the 35-yard line for the Tigers.
Jesse Garcia, 3 carries.
To the 34 now.
115 yards. It's like Carroll found themselves a nice 1-2 combination with Muhammad and Garcia.
One to throw, flushed out. Gets away, flag comes flying in. Wide open catch down to Garcia and out of bounds, but they're going to bring this one back.
Yeah, unfortunately for Carroll, there was a lot of tugging of the jerseys back there near the line of scrimmage. And
at the 38, so to put it back at the 48-yard line.
There was even 2 flags on the field, one from the umpire. That is Ned Butler. And as suspected, holding. Carroll offensive linemen, they are kind of throwing their hands up like, come on, ref.
Okay, so
why did the ball get
44?
Why did the okay?
I don't know.
That's weird. Ball got moved to the far side.
Quick snap. Cantu hands off. Muhammad breaks the tackle, fighting for more yardage back to the 40.
Muhammad's a really special runner.
He is. And I'm trying to figure out his running, like, I'm trying to describe his running style. What he reminds me of.
He reminds me of Travis Etienne.
Okay, that's a good comp right there. I do like that.
Play clock down to 15 seconds as the Tigers are getting to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up and about 16 yards to go. Cantu with a snap, wanting to throw. Steps up in the pocket, throws the ball deep down the field. He's got his man, overthrows. Who is that, Garcia?
Let's see who emerges. Trying to identify this young man. He's jogging back towards the huddle.
Is that it's not 14, is it? Sanchez?
No, that's 14 for Carroll. That's Jay Leha.
Oh, sorry.
So Leha, wide open up the seam, just overthrown.
Third down for the Tigers. Stop the clock with 6:39 to go in the ball game. Wants to throw, tipped up in the air. What a great play by number 22, Jesse Villarreal, getting his hands up there, brings up fourth down. He's telling the punt unit to get off the field. They were getting ready to go. Coach Netherlands wanting the Tiger offense to go for it.
You have no choice.
You're down by 20, I mean.
You got to go for it right here, and 6:37 left in this game.
Looked like they had a great play call and had a guy out in space in front. Hopefully should be able to pick that first down up, but number 22, Jesse Villarreal, got his hands up and knocked that down.
Let's see about what's going to happen right here. Some pressure.
And Cantu sacked. Flag comes flying in at the 41.
It was Jesse Villarreal who got in on the sack for the Alice Coyotes. Some good pressure. Taking care of business against the right tackle, Julius Allen.
And they're having a long discussion. 4 officials thrown by the line judge. Personal foul, face mask against Alice. That gives the Carroll Tigers a 15-yard penalty and a first down.
Alice defense jogs back onto the field. They thought they had a crucial fourth down stop. Somewhere along the way, they got a face mask grabbed.
I did not see it.
I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't see it also. I thought they might have called a roughing the passer, maybe? I didn't know what the call
sack,
was.
So it couldn't have been a roughing.
Or maybe a...
I know what you mean, but...
blow to the head? I mean, I don't know. But I did not see any face mask getting pulled on that play.
Snap to Cantu. Hands off Muhammad. Through the middle, inside the 25. Going to give him the 24. Very minimal game for Robert Muhammad.
121 yards now for Muhammad on 9 total carries.
So you have 2 running backs over 100 yards rushing for the Carroll Tigers.
That's correct. Garcia with 115, Muhammad with 121 and counting.
Who had, all of 9 plays in the first half? Cantu looking, got all day to throw. Now steps up in the pocket, up the field, and gets down inside the 15-yard line, past the first down marker, and a flag comes flying in late. And a Carroll Tiger lineman had his helmet off. Joseph Uriel is coming out of the ballgame. They're telling him he has to leave for a play. The line judge coming in again. I wonder if it was one of those linemen again getting the hands up in the face and face mask again.
And GP just got another stop.
Personal foul, face mask.
So 2 face mask penalties called on this Alice defense on this possession.
It puts the ball all the way down to what, the 10-yard line? Oh, they're spotting at the 6. So it should be 1st and goal. It is 1st and goal at the 6 for the Carroll Tigers with 5:52 to go in the ball game. 2 back set. Cantu. Snap, hands off. Who's that, Garcia? Down to the 5. Yes, that's Garcia.
1 yard for Jesse Garcia. So 2nd and goal incoming, 5:35 remaining in this ball game.
GP has 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in that ball game, and they got the stop, as Marco said.
Things coming down to the wire out there.
Clock running, 5:15 to go in this ball game. Mohammed, the back to the right of Cantu, wants to throw out, swing pass to Mohammed. And they saw that coming. Back to about the 8-yard line, a loss of 3.
Jesse Vardial was in on the tackle. His name's been called frequently for this Alice Coyote defense.
Yeah, he's had himself a good day, and he's doing the dirty work on offense as well. Playing a good fullback on that side of the ball. And really making an impact lately here on the defensive end.
3rd and goal from the 8 with 4:35 remaining in the ball game. Lieja goes in motion. Quick snap, Cantu. Coming up, throws in the end zone, overthrows his receiver, 4th down coming up.
There's been a lot of chances for Cantu in the passing game where he's had guys wide open. He overthrows them, he sells a ball like he did right now. And that's just, you know, an inexperienced quarterback. Last year the quarterback for Carroll was Matt Rodriguez. It's a new quarterback for this Carroll Tiger team, and you know, those are some throws that you need to complete in a situation like this, in a ball game like this.
Mohammed to the right of Cantu. Timeout, I believe Alice. They did call a timeout. With 4:24 to go in the ball game.
You know what, though? In defense of Cantu, I feel like it's been more than just a misplacement of the ball. It seems like him and his receivers are just not on the same page tonight.
And I would say that's pretty fair. And you look at the overall roster of the Carroll Tigers, they're also replacing their 3 top receivers from last year. So much like we saw from veterans last night, new quarterback, new skill players, it's pretty much the same thing for the Carroll Tigers. New quarterback, new guys on the outside, replacing your top 3 receivers. So I will agree with that point. It could be miscommunication on both sides.
And it doesn't help whenever your offense all night has just been struggling to find any sort of rhythm, any sort of momentum. I mean, and they've busted out a few big plays, but that's not building momentum. That's not getting a rhythm going. That's not finding a connection, a flow within the offense. That's just, you know, you're getting a big play here and there, which shows how explosive they are, but they haven't been able to build that tonight.
And that's just going to come with game experience for the Tigers going forward.
4th down coming up. Snap, Cantu waiting, looking, throws, in and out of the hands of a Coyote Peterson. And the Tigers turn the ball over on downs.
4:20 to go in this game. Alice takes over. 48-28, Coyotes up. And we got an injured Coyote on the floor, on the turf. It's a humid night out there.
Ball is on the 8-yard line of the Coyotes.
As the trainers check over this young man.
Cal Allen with a strip sap recovery in GP territory.
And that one's coming down to the waning moments, if I'm not correct. Probably,
Right.
probably at least
Well, it was
3 minutes to go.
It was 4:20, 4 minutes 20 seconds, something like that, like we have here.
Yes.
4:30 left in the fourth when they had the 3 and out. 3 minutes left.
Don't forget, coming up after the game, Doug, we have the
Texas High School scoreboard
Yes.
show. The post game starts at 10 o'clock, which hopefully we will have this ball game done by that time. And then the scoreboard show starts at 10:30.
one of my favorite things
New
to
guys
listen
doing
to.
it. New guys doing it this year.
Oh.
I got an email from Fred Davis, and along with Steve Randall, hosting the 2.5-hour post game show tonight.
Fred Davis and Steve Randall. Is that what you said? The guy,
Yeah,
those
Fred
are the guys
Davis
that are
and
hosting?
Steve Randall. Andrew Greenberg and were the guys last year. That's why I haven't heard from them. They're not doing it.
Interesting. Nonetheless, make sure you give that a listen on your way home.
Cruz with a handoff to Alvear, and he's met and fighting for yardage, and he's back down to the 1-yard line.
That is a big loss.
Loss of 7. Or they're giving him the 2, my bad. Loss of 6 from the 8.
Alvear is not used to getting the ball with his back on the goal line. He's used to getting the ball in the red zone.
With the goal line in front of him.
Yeah. Some unfamiliar territory for him tonight. 7 carries, 47 yards, 4 touchdowns.
And whistles before this play started. Timeout Alice. Their final timeout of the ball game.
3:31 left. This one is nearing its conclusion. We appreciate y'all being with us here tonight, watching along on MICSportsNetwork.com. Remember, spread the word, MICSportsNetwork.com. We'll have your game of the week on Thursdays. We'll have games on Friday. Go ahead, Doug. Give us an update.
Cal Allen fumbles the handoff. GP recovers near the goal line. 2 and change left.
Wow. Things have definitely taken a turn at Phil Danaher Field.
Now what goal line? The GP goal line near their end zone or the other end?
It was near the GP.
Okay.
GP has about...
So they have to march all the way down the
98
field.
yards?
No, they got about 78 yards to go.
Okay. 3:31 to go in this ball game here at the Peanut Butter Bowl. Second down and 16 to go for the Coyotes. Cruz, snap, rolls out to his left, throws on the run, caught. Sesmilis stops, puts on the brakes after he slips by one defender and stays inbounds. They're marking him down at the 9-yard line. Timeout Tigers.
6 receptions for Sesmilis, 67 yards, leading receiver for the Coyotes tonight.
Has a 4th down with 2:14 left at their own 23, 4th and 6.
And a 50-yard reception from Reed Dooms brings the ball inside the 30-yard line as they march down the field here with about 2 minutes left in the game.
(48-28) Alice over Carroll, 3:17 left.
And GP is marching right now.
Looked like a late addition from somebody for Cal Allen on the field, wasn't it?
Just waiting to end this ball game here.
Is that red for their score bug? Looks maroon-ish. 3rd down and 10 for the Coyotes. Cruz, snap, rolls out to his right, and flags flying beforehand. False start on the Coyotes.
It will remain 3rd and long for Alice.
85 yards in penalties.
That's a lot.
10 penalties for 85 yards for the Coyotes tonight.
Yeah, Coach Castellanos is not going to be pleased. Despite them being up by 20, you never want to be double-digit penalties. Because in a closer ball game, that can hurt you. That will put you in a position where you could possibly lose.
Carroll has 75 yards in penalties with 8. 3rd down and long for the Coyotes. Cruz with the snap. And hands off to Gonzalez with a big spin move. Still on his feet. And gets a little bit of that lost yardage back. And it's marking him down at the 12. And the punt unit coming out for the Coyotes with 2:56 and counting in this ball game. And we will wrap this ball game up at the conclusion of this one and get into the TSN postgame show.
Clock is ticking, 2:35.
High snap, pressure's coming, and the punt does get away. High end over end bounces at the 40, and the Coyotes will down it at the Tiger 49-yard line.
Tigers will take over, 2:21 left to go in the game. Down by 20 against Alice, 48-28. James Espinosa, Doug Ketcherson, Marcos Mataquin with you tonight, week 1 of the Texas high school football season. One of my favorite things to do on a Friday night after the game is watch the scoreboard show and catch all the scores and listen to the scoreboard show, all the scores from around the state.
1st and 10 Tigers from their 49. Whistles. Timeout Alice. They don't have timeouts left.
Got the flag, right?
Yes.
And he came out on the field, too.
You know, it's a...
They called their 3rd and final timeout at 3:31 remaining in the ball game.
Referee said, never mind.
Quick snap.
Forget
Cantu throws. It is caught by number 29. That was Ignacio Arellano on the catch inside Coyote territory. They're going to mark him down at the 44 on that reception. Second down coming up and short. Quick snap to Cantu. Throws the ball high. Intercepted by the Coyotes.
Oh, man.
And out of bounds.
An amazing play right there by number 12, Jesse Garcia. No, excuse me, number 12 for the Coyotes, Joseph Gaza. Went up and over the receiver and snagged the ball for the interception.
At the 36-yard line.
Second interception thrown by Nick Cantu tonight.
A minute and 48 seconds left in the ball game. Alice will have it at their own 36.
Carroll has one timeout left. I imagine Alice will run this one out.
42-40, Cal Allen leading over GP, and I believe they're going to go for 2.
GP just ran it in for a touchdown, and they're about to go for 2.
Snap, hands off, and a big pickup on 1st down for the Coyotes. Salaiz. Makes that look easy. It's in the 42-yard line.
226 total yards for the Coyotes on the ground. Roel Gonzalez is their leading ball carrier with 97 yards. Salais, 28 yards.
Thing is that they're not hurrying up at all. They're taking all the time off the clock they can. Cruz is doing that as well, watching the play clock. It's down to 8. Snap, hands off again. Salais up the middle, down at the 46-yard line. And that's enough for a Coyote first down. 55 seconds to go.
Alice is going to move to 1-0 on the season. Carroll will fall to 0-1. And we will have Carroll and Vets as our next broadcast on Thursday night's MIC Sports Network Game of the Week.
And I think James is going to head on out of here and go take that picture. So Marcos and I will finish this up as it's 33 seconds left in the victory formation for the Coyotes. And Cruz takes the snap and kneels down at the 41. And they will not have to snap the ball again, and the clock is going to wind down. Coyotes start the season off 1-0. Tigers 0-1. 48-28 the final score here tonight in the Peanut Butter Bowl. And a lot of points on the board tonight, Marcos Marroquin.
Yeah, it was certainly a high-scoring game, and we saw explosive plays from Carroll and an amazing showing of their run game from Alice, and it was absolutely dominating. They controlled the time of possession. They did everything they needed to do to win this game, offensively and defensively, and it's reflected on the scoreboard, you know, with their big time putting up 48 points in their season opener as they look to compete for a district championship and hopefully have a long playoff run.
Absolutely. I know we have a little bit of commercial breaks to finish up in this ball game. The final once again tonight, 48-28. Alice defeats the Carroll Tigers. Should be a great. We'll go ahead and end the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight on MICSportsNetwork.com. This game will be available on our website, and we'll leave it up until next week or so, and we'll have it on the on-demand section. So thank you guys for being a part of the broadcast. Have a great rest of your evening on the MIC Sports Network.